The following is a presentation of Saginaw Spirit Hockey. The Spirit are set to take the ice. But first, get all the game day information you need. It's time for Countdown to Face-Off on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey, WSGW.
And as far as Saturday nights go, the orders don't get much taller. A Windsor Spitfire Hockey Club, the second best in the division, and right now they roll into the Dow Event Center on a 6-game winning streak. Final game of the weekend here for the Saginaw Spirit. Should be a good one. We welcome you up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. My name's Dylan Clark. We'll be joined by Brad Waltz a little bit closer to puck drop. And for Saginaw, a weekend where they're trying to put the pieces back together on this Saturday. 6-1 loss on Friday night or Thursday night rather, to the Kingston Frontenacs. A 4-2 loss on the road last night to the Flint Firebirds. One more chance to get back in the win column here against the Windsor team that's added quite a few pieces. Let's take a look at the numbers between these two hockey teams. Saginaw, as we said, losers in 2 straight games, looking for another win here, just 5 out of their last 10. And the Spitfires, 7 wins in their last 10, an arm's-length list of NHL-drafted prospects. One in particular to keep an eye on here in this game, and that is one of the more recent acquisitions. Nathan Villeneuve picked up in a trade just a couple of days ago with the Sudbury Wolves on January the 5th. Scores 2 goals in his first game with the Windsor Spitfires Thursday night in Erie. He's already their leading point scorer. He comes in 46 points on the season, the Seattle Kraken prospect. And for the Saginaw Spirit, Carson Harmer had a goal and an assist last night in Flint against the Firebirds. He's in the midst of a healthy scoring streak. 6 points in his last 4 contests, 11 in his last 13 games. 26 points on the year for Carson Harmer. Spirit head coach Chris Lasry touched on the learning curve for some of the new players in the lineup here for Saginaw, and of course the importance of Carson Harmer. We'll take a break, but it's Coach's Corner with the Spirit Bench Boss coming up after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Too many people end up in the retirement penalty box, paying more in taxes, missing out on healthcare options, or skating without a plan. At McIntosh & Associates, we help keep your game sharp with clear, personalized retirement strategies. Let's build a plan that works in every period of life. Call 989-692-2200 or visit wealthmichigan.com. McIntosh & Associates, retirement made clear.
Garber is your local Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer. Family owned, locally trusted. And we're more than the place you buy your vehicle. We're where your vehicle is serviced by factory trained technicians with the highest standards. We have everything you need, even tires. Get it all at your local Jeep and Ram dealer. Garber, Bay Road, Saginaw. Online 24/7 at GarberCDJR.com.
Everybody knows you'll do better at Garber.
Yeah, I know. It's officially still winter out there. But that doesn't mean you can't have fun in the sun. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea knows how to turn up your day drinking fun all year long. I mean, there's even a sun on those bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea is made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol, which goes down smooth. So whether you're knee-deep in snow or making footprints in the sand, be sure to look for Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
We're Durolast. We make the world's best roof. As one of the country's largest roofing manufacturers, we have locations across North America. But for more than 40 years, Saginaw has been our home. Like Saginaw, Durolast has a can-do, never-quit attitude. And just like Saginaw, our people make us strong. Innovative, resilient. That's the spirit of Saginaw. That's Durolast, the world's best roof.
Now, get inside analysis directly from the Spirit coaching staff. This is Coach's Corner.
Coach's Corner as the Spirit close out this weekend on home ice with the Windsor Spitfires, joined again by Spirit head coach Chris Lasry and coach Carson Harmer. Goal and assist in last night's game as well. Really solid on the face-off. Donnie's in the middle of a scoring streak right now. Just what kind of value is he providing your team at this moment?
Yeah, lots. I think earlier in the year, maybe snake-foot, fighting for points a little bit, but his game lately, man, competitive around the net, making some big-time plays. I mean, he's obviously an important player for us. Put a letter on his jersey for a reason, but, the power play goal was going about 4 feet wide, but when you're at the net front, good things are going to happen.
Have you seen anything different from him in his process, in his preparation, the way he's going about his business, or is it maybe just a turn of luck more than anything else?
Yeah, game's funny like that. I mean, I don't think his game was any worse that he was playing earlier in the year. He just wasn't, for whatever reason, getting any puck luck. Now things seem to be going his way. But anything in life, like if you get confidence inside your game, things just feel easier than maybe what they are. And he does a lot of good things, plays the right way, just goes to good areas. He really works at his craft a lot, pays attention in video, takes this game pretty serious. It's good to see a guy like him get rewarded.
For all of your guys that have been here from the beginning of the year, you work on systems and stuff since the beginning of camp. For guys that are just joining the team now, like the Drew Roscoes or the Sawyer Schmitz, where do you feel kind of the learning curve is for those guys as far as system and structure goes?
Well, it's a great question, Dylan, because this week we're going to run a 4-day training camp with obviously the 3 guys away at the prospect camp. We're down to 1 goalie. So we're going to take Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and pack a short training camp in with all that stuff. Like, there is some mistakes happening where they just don't know, but like you can only give them so much information as well. We give them a couple of keys, the rest of it's just play so we can evaluate. But we have a 4-day mini camp coming up here starting Monday this week. Hopefully we'll iron all that stuff out and answer any questions remaining. So when we get into our next set of games, we feel like we'll be in a better spot as a team.
And this Windsor team here tonight, 90 goals against, the fewest in the OHL. What do they do to deny quality looks as much as they have this season?
I mean, obviously they're one of the favorites since day one here to win a championship. They're big, they're fast, they're strong, they defend. Wally's a great coach. Like, their goalie's been doing well. They're a hard team. They've added players and added some real good players. We'll have our hands full, but again, it'll be good for our guys to play against a team like that. Like, it reminds me of what our team was like a handful of years ago when we won. So our young guys are going to get an experience of what it's like to play against a championship caliber team and where we need to get this group here moving forward over the years.
Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck tonight. That's Chris Lasry, Saginaw, closing out the weekend against the Windsor Spitfires. Back in a moment on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
From making athletic footwear stronger and lighter to powering the future of electric racing vehicles, material science and R&D are the MVPs of innovation. At Dow, we collaborate with customers and partners to tackle a wide range of sports product challenges with cutting-edge advancements in technology. Dow's innovations can help to improve performance and sustainability throughout the world of sports. Dow, at the intersection of sports and science.
If you're a homeowner, you have plenty to think about, like cleaning the gutters, investigating that banging noise, deciding which flowers to plant this year. One thing about being a homeowner you can think less about: questions about home insurance when you have State Farm. Your local State Farm agent is there to help you understand your coverage options and choose the protection that meets your needs, so you can focus on your home, and we'll focus on helping protect it.
Contact State Farm agent Scott Seaman to create your personal price plan today.
Did you know the University of Michigan Flint is the fastest growing public university in the state? How do we do it? Access to top-ranked degree programs and one of the largest alumni networks. Access to small class sizes with renowned U of M professors. And access to the Go Blue free tuition guarantee. Because sometimes in life, where you're going depends on where you go. Learn more about our growth at uofmflint.edu.
It takes each of us to make Saginaw a place we're proud to call home. Since 1984, Saginaw Community Foundation has helped build and strengthen Saginaw County by bringing together people and resources to make a difference. We're a one-stop shop for giving, building endowments, grant-making, and community leadership. Visit SaginawFoundation.org today to learn more about how you can help support your community. Saginaw Community Foundation, building a flourishing community for all, for good, forever.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
State University for the Windsor Spitfires up front. Ethan Belchez with Jack Nesbitt and Alex Farad. Jakob Fibiger makes his Spitfire debut on the blue line with Anthony Cristofaro. It'll be Michael Newlove between the planks for his head coach, Greg Walters. And on the Spirit side of things, well, they start with the big dog. Dimas Jokin, Igor Barabanov, and Nikita Klepov. Josh Glavin and Blake Barnes on the blue line. It's Stepan Shurigan's net yet again here from the Dow Event Center. Your starting lineups brought to you by Saginaw Valley State University. One more break and we return to the Dow Event Center. Anthems, puck drop, and a special ceremony honoring the memory of the OHL Commissioner David Branch. Back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Find space at Frankenmuth Spring Hill Suites, where you can savor your time away with the little extras that are included. Each studio suite features extra room to spread out when on the road with your family. or your team. Airy beds are piled high with pillows for that little bit of extra comfort. And an innovative 3-in-1 trundle sofa provides even more sleeping options. Book your next stay at Spring Hill Suites by Marriott, where every room is more than a room.
Mid-Michigan Canine Academy's Redemption Crew loves Saginaw and the surrounding communities who have blessed us so much, and we are concerned about the epidemic of rehome dogs and dogs left at shelters. If your dog is a handful, or if you're thinking about rehoming your dog, let us help you with its behavioral challenges. Our 7-day doggy boot camp can help. Not all dogs are as fortunate as Henry the Hockey Dog, but they all deserve a second chance. Give us a call at Mid-Michigan Canine Academy and let us help you transform your dog's behavior and your life.
As proud sponsors of the Saginaw Spirit Hockey Team, the Barb Smith Suicide Resource and Response Network invite you to join us in supporting the players in our community. Our mission is to prevent suicide through education, advocacy, connection to resources, and support for those impacted by suicide. Visit us at srrn.net. That's srrn.net to learn more about our programs and events. Let's go, Spirit.
Your active life depends on healthy muscles, bones, and joints. When pain arises, My Michigan Health is your go-to place. Our comprehensive musculoskeletal team offers the latest in surgical and non-surgical treatments and includes experts in specialized orthopedics and sports medicine. Whether your pain originates from your knee, hip, hand, elbow, shoulder, ankle, or foot, our experts can help. With more than 50 providers across 21 locations in central and northern Michigan, we're dedicated to keeping you active. Learn more at mymichigan.org/MSK.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland. Spirit Hockey
Harmer holds it out wide. Centers. Blue Jays scores!
lives
Looking for the stretch pass to Jilkin. He'll pop off the wall and lay down for him. Jilkin scores!
here.
Picked up by Harmer. In with speed. Carson Harmer shoots. He scores! Carson Harmer!
The radio home of your Saginaw Spirit is WSGW 100.5 FM. Spirit Hockey is brought to you in part by Garber Automotive Group, Saginaw Valley State University, Dow, Frankenmuth Insurance, Saginaw Bay Underwriters, NetSource One, Delta College, Corning, Go Great Lakes Bay, Herman Hisson Company, Frankenmuth Convention and Visitors Bureau, DML Property Management, My Michigan Health, Independent Bank, Buffalo Wild Wings, Stormmaster Exteriors, IBEW Local 557, Michigan Sugar Company, Jets Pizza, Raymond, the Great Lakes Loons, Applebee's, Stanley Steamer, your local State Farm agents, and Meyer. Now it's game time. Live from the rink to your radio. Here is the first period play-by-play with the voice of Saginaw Spirit Hockey, Dylan Clark.
David was an advocate for the players, first and foremost, and it gave him great pleasure to see young players pursue their goals. He was a pioneer in prioritizing player welfare, championing initiatives that addressed player safety, mental health support, and educational advancement. His dedicated service to the OHL and his community will be greatly missed. His last Memorial Cup championship ceremony as commissioner was right here in Saginaw, when he handed the Memorial Cup to Saginaw Spirit captain Braden Hachey after the Spirit defeated the London Knights in the championship game of the 2024 CHL Memorial Cup. Furthermore, David Branch had his last visit to an OHL building right here at the Dow Event Center, September 28th of 2024. In the pregame ceremony, we lifted the David Branch honorarium banner to the rafters. The banner honored his 45 years as the commissioner of the OHL. As the Saginaw Spirit fans gave Mr. Branch a lengthy standing ovation, he commented to many that it was very touching and a special moment that I will always cherish. His amazing legacy will be recognized in the coming weeks, months, and years. Maybe Mr. Branch's strongest attribute was his dedication to the game of hockey, exemplified by the values that he held dear of honor, respect, integrity, loyalty, high character, and work ethic. These values were synonymous with the way he went about his life, his business, and his relationships with all that cared and loved him. Spirit owner Dick Garber has often said, without the support of Commissioner David Branch, we may not have had an OHL franchise here in Saginaw. Dave meant a great deal to Mr. Garber, to Mr. Goslin, and the entire Saginaw Spirit family. David is survived by his sons Barkley, Kyle, and Wade, his partner Patsy, his stepchildren Brent and Brenna, as well as his grandchildren. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise if you're able, and let's all observe a moment of silence in remembrance and respect in the passing of former OHL Commissioner David Branch. Thank you. Fans, Century 21 and the Saginaw Spirit proud to bring you tonight's national anthem ceremonies. Will you please rise, focus your attention on the Canadian and American flags, and may we suggest that you please remove your caps as we welcome the Trinity Lutheran School Choir to perform tonight's national anthems. And joining them on the Wildfire Activation platform, our vet of the game, Ryan Flatt.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
The Trinity Lutheran School Choir with the national anthems here on this Saturday night. Saginaw and the Windsor Spitfires. 3-2 season series lead for the Spirit. We'll take a look at our starting goaltenders for tonight's game. Brought to you by NetSource One, the official technology provider of the Saginaw Spirit. Michael Newlove, last time he was in this building was as the backup goaltender. He came into the game in relief of Joey Costanzo. This is Newlove's net here tonight. 13 appearances on the season, stopped 20 out of 21 against the Niagara Ice Dogs in his most recent game on January the 2nd. 6 wins, 1 shutout to his credit, 2.93 goals against average, .892 save percentage, and a near dust-up earlier in the year with tonight's starting goaltender for the Saginaw Spirit. Those two got the gloves away, didn't quite get to go. Stepan Shurigan, 2-1 against the Windsor Spitfires on the season, 2.35 goals against average, .931 save percentage in those contests. This will be his 35th appearance of the season, 1,967 minutes on the year. Nobody in the Ontario Hockey League has played more Saginaw's goaltender out of Samara, Russia once again tonight. Your officials brought to you by WNEM TV5. Brendan Kane and James Kraft, the referees. Joseph Erickson and Brandon Flood are the linesmen. Dylan Clark with you alongside Brad Walsh again. And Walshy, final game of a 3-3. The first two haven't gone well for Saginaw, and this is about as tough of a competition as you're going to get. What's so important about the first 5 minutes here tonight?
Well, obviously you're playing the Windsor Spitfires, and they're built right. They got a ton of talent, and we'll see how Saginaw matches up.
Delta College opening face-off, one back by Igor Barabanov. We're underway here on this Saturday night from Saginaw. Cristofaro up the near side to center for Belchez. Back in Jakob Fibiger, making his Windsor Spitfires debut, picked up just prior to the trade deadline in a trade with the Brampton Steelheads. This is his second time in this building in a short span. Brampton just here last weekend. This is Belchez reaching in against Blake Barnes. Fresh off of a hat-trick performance on Thursday night against the Erie Otters, a 9-1 win for Windsor, their sixth consecutive victory. Blake Barnes, trouble back in behind the Spirit net. Garden tried to throw that in front. It was off the stick of Stepan Shurigan. And Igor Barabanov, Saginaw's leading scorer this year with 49 points, gets it to Josh Glavin, then up to Jacob Kluche. Pass cross ice, too far. Barabanov knocks it down, and it's backhanded in by Brody Popoy. Barabanov hit, but he moves the puck. Levi Harper rolls down from the point, can't hang on to it. And this is Wyatt Kennedy to take it away. Jacob Kluche in on the forecheck for Saginaw. Brody Popoy rushes in after Carson Woodall. On the far wall, this one flipped well up into the air by Nathan Villeneuve. Came over with his former Sudbury Wolves teammate and Alex Farron just prior to this deadline as well. Woodall back in his own defensive end to restart things here for the Spitfires. A long shoot in that's stick to the corner by the Spirit netminder Shurigan. Back at the left point, Woodall again. Tries to get around Kluche. Can't do the same thing to Carson Harmer. Backhanded up the boards. Woodall put it right onto the tape of Saginaw's Brody Popoy. Up ice through center. Just a casual toss back in that Nula thought about playing, but he'll let go for Woodall. Leads the OHL defenseman crop in points this year. 44 points for Carson Woodall. Undrafted to this point. He was eligible in 2024. I kind of think at some point somebody picks this guy up after the seasons that he's had. Brown tries to chop this away from Jensen Geldart in the Spirit end. Third line on here for Saginaw. 2 and some change gone in this first period. Only shot on goal, that long toss back in on Stepan Shurigan from the other side of the red line. Bodie Stewart up the right wing. Tried to lay it off the boards, can't get past Robinson. Gaines is there to pick things up in the Windsor end. Tapped it back over to Brown. Little fumble there as Bodie Stewart's all over him. Puck snapped up the far side. Back Sultan McKee stood up by Josh Glavin. Spitfires have the loose change on the left side, and that one ricocheted off a stick on the snapshot from John McLaughlin. Puck around to the near wall, then back underneath the net of Shurigan. McLaughlin in pursuit of Glavin. Windsor's first round pick in this year's priority selection. Can't find McKee in the circle. Back Sultan McKee turns around. Lets a long shot go that's blocked by Glavin. Rolling puck back at the point controlled by Brown. Won't be snapped through Bodie Stewart. Instead, just laid back and behind the net of Shurigan. And another battle. That puck will be picked up by Glavin. Was covered in ice packs after the game in Flint last night. Takes another rough ride back in the corner. A lot of shot blocks for Glavin on Friday night in Flint. There's one there, and he'll shake things off on the Spirit bench as the Spitfires form another counterattack. Belchez fires it back around. This is Nesbitt, the Flyers' first rounder. Point shot tipped by Belchez. Good blocker saved by Shurigan. His first real test of the game. Back underneath and around. Cristofaro rolls down from the point. Pass cut off by Sawyer Smith. Needs some help from James Go. This is Liam Stortz trying to just lay it up the wall. That's a heavy crunch there from Ethan Belchez. Sawyer Smith in hot pursuit. No icing against Jakob Fibiger. Cristofaro up off the glass, away from the fingertips of James Go. Dimas Jilkin back here. 27th captain in Saginaw Spirit history. Wears the letter for the second time here tonight. He gets it back out to center against his hometown team, the Windsor Spitfires. Nearly 4 minutes gone in this first period. Barabanov tries to chase down Cristofaro. He can't beat out the icing, so the face-off all the way down to our right. Only one grade A scoring opportunity, and it was off that mid-slot tip from Ethan Belchez. But we've seen a lot of rushes and a lot of offensive zone time for the Windsor Spitfires. Walter, what stands out to you so far?
Yeah, it's been a good start for both teams. I mean, both teams playing hard. little feel-out process to start the game, and a good chance, like you said, Belchez with a good tip.
Fresh off a hat trick performance, 7 points in 5 games against Saginaw in the season series for Belchez. That's the most on the Windsor side. As Klepov, a little slip between his own legs, and Dima Zilkin's got some room here. Leads things in with Harper joining the rush. Zilkin feeds him in front. The shot snapped just wide on the backdoor tip from Levi Harper. Spitfires rim this back down. Stepan Shurigan out of his net to handle it. All of a sudden, Saginaw's first scoring chance of the highest danger count. Klepov. Shut down there by Villeneuve. They crash into the far boards. Green Tree helps it back to Carson Woodall. Now Wyatt Kennedy back up through center. The pass looking for Garden was disrupted by Josh Glavin. Now back around it goes for Spellacy in the far corner. One of several players returning from World Junior action here for the Spitfires. AJ Spellacy with Team USA. Fibiger, the silver with Czechia. Liam Greentree, of course, the bronze medal with Canada as well. This is Wyatt Kennedy looking for the angle back in from Spellacy. He doesn't find it. It would have been an icing, but it was beaten out by Davis. So Caden Harvey, and then Davis can go to work back behind the Spirit net. Off the wall, Kennedy lays it back in behind. Bouncing puck over the stick of Harvey. Spellacy gets there first. Third line center for these Windsor Spitfires. This one flipped up the far wall, and Davis has it pulled away by Jacob Kluche, but gets it right back at center. 5.5 gone here, first period. Back behind the Spirit net it goes again. Josh Glavin over to his defensive partner. Blake Barnes, that's a top pair for Chris Lazary here tonight. Glavin's got it back up from center. The two Sarnia boys will throw it back in behind the Windsor goal and get a line change. And so another controlled breakout here for the Spitfires. Looking for the stretch pass to Gaines. That one will just thump off the right pad to Stepan Shurigan. Drew Roscoe in his third OHL appearance sees this back in behind the Spirit net with Graydon Jones. A little miscommunication between the two of them. Who wanted to play that puck? Now a slip off the boards. Bodie Stewart just gets it out to center ice. And the Spitfires will recover and set up one more time. McKeish. Back for Andrew Robinson. Pass up the far side is going to tip off of Ryan Hanrahan and off the curved glass. And bring us to a stoppage. Fast pace here in this first period. 3 shots on goal for the Windsor Spitfires. That's just about it. 13:40 left in period 1. We're back to Saginaw in a moment. Here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Get it all at Garber Chevrolet Saginaw. It's more than just better prices. It's better financing, better selection, and a better overall experience. Our expert technicians are factory trained to the highest standards, keeping your vehicle in top condition. And we have everything for your automotive needs, even tires. Get to Garber Chevy Saginaw today and see how you get it all at Garber. Gratiot Road, Saginaw. Online, GarberChevroletSaginaw.com. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Hi, this is James Go, and you're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM, WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center. No score between the Saginaw Spirit and the Windsor Spitfires. Filling Park with Brad Walsh and Walshy. It's been just 3 shots on goal for Windsor. 1 good scoring chance for the Spirit, but the Spitfires just sending breakout after breakout in zone entry. The puck possession's on full display.
Yeah, Windsor transitions the puck really well and gets it down deep and starts the cycle.
There's a good chance on a wrap from Ethan Belchez from point blank. It's a pad save from Stepan Shurigan. Spitfires, 7 wins in their last 10 games, 150 goals for, just 90 goals against. They are defensively the best team in the Ontario Hockey League. Nobody has allowed fewer goals than they have, a plus 60 goal differential. They've only lost once in regulation on home ice. Home ice has been an important factor in this season series. Spirit have picked up both wins against the Spitfires inside the Dow Event Center to this point in the year. Cristoforo from the circle looking backdoor. Levi Harper had his man tied up. It was Alex Ferron. Now a stretch past Jilkin. Out of his skates into the circle. Trying to cut back, and a good read there from Cristoforo. Talk about the quick ups on the Spirit side of things. Those are 2 real good chances that have gone from deep in the Saginaw end to all of a sudden the Windsor face-off circle in the blink of an eye. Barabanov gets away from a check from Belchez. Off the boards again. James Go finds Jilkin cross ice. Klepov reaches after it, knocks it down, tries to get in. But he's got to go to the corner against Fibiger. 3 Spitfires there, 4 really in that minute immediate vicinity. A little whack there for Barabanov on Cristoforo. James Go the hit for Nesbitt. A little return shove. And this is Levi Harper back in the Spirit end. Harper dusts it off and lays it back in. Liam Storch gets to it first for Saginaw along the hash marks. Pass to the middle. Shut down by Garden. So Glavin for Go. Storch preemptively bumped there by Kennedy. That sends Najum in against Carson Woodall. Wyatt Kennedy out of the D zone here for the Spitfires. Up and over the head of Ethan Garden. Greentree's in hot pursuit, though, of James Go. Spitfire captain won't let Go out of the zone easy, but he does get out. Cut off, though. Greentree down the wing, trying to lower the shoulder on Josh Glavin. Greentree doubles back. 2 Spirit players on him. Sawyer Schmidt tied him up. Ethan Garden back behind the Spirit net. Taken down, play going to continue here as Sawyer Schmidt's got that pulled off his stick. Liam Storch just gets involved. So now it's on to the tape of Blake Barnes. Stepped up on, moves the puck to Sawyer Schmidt. He gets cleaned out there by Greentree as he was falling at the last second. That might have been the best thing for Sawyer Schmidt. The 66 was coming across the ice. Here comes Woodall. Sandwich as well. And a shot, they score. Caden Harvey picks up the loose puck. He gets it through Stepan Shurigan from the right circle. 11:34 to go in the first period. The Spitfires strike first. It's 1-0.
Caden Harvey there just picking up the loose puck. Woodall was able to skate it in the zone, made a nice little play, and then took 2 defenders with him. And Harvey there surprised Shurigan with a quick shot.
Really a seamless puck pickup there from Harvey. You're expecting the shot from Woodall as he comes in. No stick handles. On the tape, off the tape. 1-0 here for the Windsor Spitfires. They strike first. The Spirit have yet to put a shot on goal. Michael Newlove waiting patiently for his first opportunity. Saginaw works out of the defensive zone off the center ice faceoff. Woodall and Ferran have the assists. That's already 3 assists in just 4 periods of Windsor Spitfire hockey for Alex Ferran. Now a chance up high for Brown. Shot into traffic. That's a pad save from Stepan Shurigan. Harvey back after it, after the goal there for A.J. Spellici. Rotates up high. Robinson's shot. That one wide on the stick side. Spellici keeps it alive here for Windsor. Cole Davis backhands it in. Harvey after it again. Turned over to the stick of Saginaw's Carson Harmer. And back up, Graydon Jones. Into the offensive end. He gets in. He thought it was ahead of the play. Spitfires will take it away either. There's now Spellici down the right wing. Just hooks that back and behind the Spirit net for Graydon Jones. Bumped by Bexalta McKeesh. Jacob Kluche for Harmer. Wants to find Brody Papoy. Instead, he'll settle for Levi Harper. Backhands this in. Back behind Newlove, and more fresh bodies here for the Spirit. Thibiger. Now for McKeesh. Little bump there from Hanrahan as Harper hops up and intercepts. Thibiger's going to cut him off. This is back in the Windsor end again. Cristoforo, outlet pass. Does not connect. James Gull, what can he do with it? With the trades of Sebastian Gervais and Nick Seaman, this goes down for an icing. With those trades, James Go, the active games played leader in a Spirit uniform. This is number 184. 265 in his OHL career between Saginaw and the Peterborough Petes. Point per game player against the Windsor Spitfires this year, James Go. Goal and 4 helpers in 5 games. Jensen Geldart unable to win this faceoff. Belches, and shot right off the draw, hits some bodies. Now a turning chance. Great save with the blocker. Shurigan on Ferran. Another quick release on a puck that just kind of appeared. This is back below the goal line again. Belches there with James Go. Ferran can't cut that off in behind the Spirit net. Ryan Hanrahan off the glass and out. Thibiger does what he can to hold it in. Ferran settles it. Moves back to Cristoforo. Jensen Geldart in on the forecheck. This is Thibiger off the boards. Back looking for Belches. Locks up with Bodie Stewart. Ferran and Geldart. He'll pick it up back behind the Spirit net. A little move off the boards there. Levi Harper. Gotta make that pass quickly. Spitfires cut it off. Belches there for Nesbitt. Can't get the shot away. Belches the steal. Put it off the goalpost back behind Shurigan. Hanrahan flips the puck up for Bodie Stewart. Tries to backhand it in. Spirit just get it out past center red. Thibiger a fumble there for Belches. Thibiger again to control. 11 minutes gone in the first period. Caden Harvey has the only goal so far in a 1-0 Windsor lead. Spirit still trying to get their first shot on goal here in this game. Barabanov kicks it back for Josh Glavin, and it's go. Back up for Nikita Klepov. Jilkin down the wing, lays it into space. Here's Klepov, the chop there is preemptively swept away by Newlove. Jilkin puts it back underneath. This is Kennedy. Back up the near side. Greentree. Cut off by Josh Glavin. Banks it off the wall behind Shurigan. Barnes got to move that puck quickly now. It's Jilkin up ahead through center. Lost it, peels back. Saginaw captain can't get that puck through Villeneuve. Klepov tries to pursue Woodall. Carson Woodall spins away and finds the outlet all the way up at center ice. Liam Greentree coughed it back up though. Jilkin on this puck. Enters the zone with speed. Well read though by Kennedy. Jilkin battles after Villeneuve. But Kennedy gets it back and the defenseman leads the charge in for the Spitfires. Near side is Greentree with a lot of room. Tries to lay it back on through, and Dimas Jilkin there to cut it off again. Greentree takes a piece out of him. 3 Spitfires all come over to Nikita Klepov, so it's Woodall on the puck, sends it cross ice. Spellacy hops into the lane, poked away at the last second. A lot of speed there for AJ Spellacy. Barabanov, the soft lay there, off the wall. Jilkin again, poked onto the tape of Graydon Jones, and a rolling puck. He'll get after it himself as Klepov's got to get back to the bench. Just dumped back in. Jonathan Brown out of the defensive zone for the Windsor Spitfires. Davis up the wing. Tries to drive wide on Roscoe. Puts it back in front. Loose in the paint. One of the Spitfires falls down. Now a second chance by Davis. Never got to the net. Picked up. Moved off the glass and out of danger by Levi Harper. And into the bench area. 7:18 to go in the first. 7-0 the shots. 1-0 the score. 2 scoring opportunities earlier in this period for Saginaw. They didn't register as shots on goal, but a couple of close calls. But also that's all they've been able to muster. It's been hemmed in on the right side of the red line from where we sit right now.
Yeah, for Saginaw, I mean, you got to capitalize on those chances against a team like this. Jilkin almost had him backdoor on the rush. I think it was Najim. Got to make it happen.
Brown back in behind the Spirit net. Drops it back off again. McLaughlin up high. Robinson rotates far side. Point shot. Saves Shurigan. That one off the stick of Jonathan Brown. McLaughlin behind the net, taken away by James Go. McKees and Storch and Brown all come together on the far wall. Sawyer Schmidt hunting for a loose puck. It snaps back around, and Stephon Shurigan clears a broken stick from his goal crease. McLaughlin blew a tire. That's going to allow Sawyer Schmidt a chance back the other way with McKees. Schmidt looking towards the middle, can't find Storch. And so it ends up a 2-against-2 in the corner. Schmidt rims it around the wall. James Go rolls down, takes the hit from McLaughlin. Robinson there for Brown. Back over comes Sawyer Schmidt again. He crashes into the boards. This puck at center. That Sultan McKees knocks over Josh Glavin, and this is Brody Popoy back in the Spirit zone. Popoy through the wax of McKees. Taken hard into that curved glass at the end of the bench by Ferron. Now Barnes could move off the wall to the middle. Here's Blake Barnes, has a lane, takes his shot, fought off there by Newlove. Up and out of play. 6:09 to go in the first. Saginaw's gotten one through. And a really good look from Blake Barnes. The C's open up. That was an issue last night for Saginaw in Flint. Firebirds blocked a lot of shots. Getting pucks through from distance, not as easy as it has been at some points for the Spirit. Barnes does well there.
Yeah, when you see the lane open, you got to take the shot, and he opened up the hips and put a good shot on that. Newlove had to get the wing up there, the right shoulder.
D-zone face-off won by Windsor's Nesbitt. Fibiger turned over. Here's a chance, Popoy. The pump fake, the shot fought off by Newlove. Now back around the near side. Levi Harper tied up there with Ferron. Sends it cross ice for Cristoforo, pursued by Brody Popoy. Bouncing puck back at center ice. This is Nesbitt. Away from the stick checks at James going back around. Ferron again on the near side. Pumps it underneath for Ethan Belches. Underneath Nesbitt. Then looking up high for Cristoforo. It doesn't come together. So it's back in Windsor real estate for Fibiger to pick back up. 4 points in 7 games with Checky at the World Junior Hockey Championships. Cristoforo to the middle. Nesbitt swung back around. Not sure if things are still a little frosty between Liam Greentree and Jakob Fibiger after the battles that Canada and Czechia have had. The common goal between the two of them right now is an OHL championship and a Memorial Cup championship. So I think that all the rest of it goes away pretty quickly. This is icing here against the Saginaw Spirit. 5:08 to go. First period, 1-0 Windsor has the lead. Couple of good scoring chances for Saginaw. They're building. Back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
If you're a homeowner, you have plenty to think about, like cleaning the gutters, investigating that banging noise, deciding which flowers to plant this year. One thing about being a homeowner you can think less about, questions about home insurance when you have State Farm. Your local State Farm agent is there to help you understand your coverage options and choose the protection that meets your needs, so you can focus on your home, and we'll focus on helping protect it.
Contact State Farm agent Ryan Coe to create your personal price plan today.
Your region, your team. You're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on WSGW.
Welcome back to the Dow Event Center. 1-0 lead for the Windsor Spitfires here. 5:08 left in the first period. It's been all Windsor here as far as the scoring opportunities go to the first period to this point, but a couple of decent chances for Saginaw as things have evolved. We saw Brody Papoy get that shot through Blake Barnes. Building blocks, one step at a time here as they get towards the end of the first period. This will be a defensive zone faceoff for Jensen Geldart to handle. More between Josh Glavin and Liam Greentree. They've had their fair share of battles on the right side of your screen. They've had their fair share of battles to this point in the hockey game already as this puck goes off the glass and deflects out. So we'll do the same thing all over again. Ryan Hanrahan back in the lineup here for the Saginaw Spirit. Looking to gain the confidence and stack more really strong performances together. Again, missed a lot of time with a wrist injury and tail end of November up until his return just a couple of games ago. We've seen more and more of him as time goes on. Long point shot goes wide here off the stick of Wyatt Kennedy. Kennedy, another point shot, goes off the leg of Garden in front. Barabanov on it there for the Spirit, taken into the wall by Villeneuve. Josh Glavin tries to seal his man off, and Villeneuve goes right back after Barabanov. Off the near side, the shoot-in. Woodall wanted to get there before Jokin. Nula rims it around the far boards, and now past the pinching Barnes. This is a chance. Put back in front. Nicely cut off by Saginaw's Jones. Lepov up the near side. Can't shift around Wyatt Kennedy. Tries to get in after Carson Woodall. Drop back off for Kennedy. Barabanov is there. Wanted to pass in front for Jokin. That was cut off. Jokin is a board. Roscoe can't quite get there in time. Saginaw's newest defenseman back in his own end. Jokin and Woodall got wrapped up in behind the play. He just now gets back into the neutral zone. The Spitfires, meanwhile, put this back into the Spirit end. Barabanov plays this one into an area for Jacob Kluchik. Stretches things wide. Short-handed goal last night in Flint against the Firebirds. 11 points in his last 10 games for the Winnipeg Jets 7th rounder. Brody Papoy, top of the zone, finds him. The little bump there, looking back for Carson Harmer. Can't pull the trigger. Here's Papoy. The spin into the circle. The shot stopped by Newlove. And Jacob Kluchik pays a price. The puck underneath the Windsor goaltender. 3:43 to go in the first. Well, the right idea on that little one-touch. Puck comes high into the mid-slot for Kluchik. The bump back towards the top of the circles for Carson Harmer. He just can't quite get that shot away.
Yeah, that's Saginaw's bread and butter right there. Creativity in the offensive zone. Finding some more opportunities here in the latter half of the first period. Got to stay with it. Find one.
Carson Harmer, Saginaw's best face-off man last night against the Flint Firebirds, 12 of 19, and now in the absence of Sebastian Gervais, he's their best face-off man, period. 54.3% on the draw coming into tonight's game. McLaughlin hit by Brody Papoy. Harmer for James Go, then over to Levi Harper. Kluchik looking cross ice, that was blocked. Games chops it back out to center. They get knotted up. Go up the near side again for Saginaw, hit by Bexalton McKeish. Robinson closed off by Papoy. Carson Harmer throws a stiff shoulder into Jonathan Brown in the corner. Back around Robinson on things here for the Spitfires. Headman pass, Games. Stick snaps, but he's got the puck where he wanted it. Back deep in the Spirit end. Heavy collision there as Majum got tied up with McLaughlin. Levi Harper just lays that off the glass. Liam Storch trying to get the backside angle there on Robinson. Can't do it. Spitfires counterattack again. Inside 3 to go in the first. This one laid off the top edge of the glass. Perron lost a glove. Got wrapped up on the stanchion there. That was a strange play. James Go. Pass that a lay down for Sawyer Smith. Pocket picked by Cristoforo, and then calmly Belchez back in his own end. Fibiger. Tossed in on Stepan Shurigan for a stoppage and a cover. 2:21 to go in the first.
Ferran.
I've never seen that.
Still breaking those new gloves in. I mean, it just flew off him. A couple games deep in the new Windsor gloves.
I don't know if it got wrapped up in the stanchion or what. I don't know if we have it for you or not. Just hit the eject button on the glove at one point. He looked behind him, though, like he wasn't anticipating it. So either way, he's got the glove back. He's proven that they work so far. 3 assists in 4 periods of Windsor Spitfires hockey for Alex Ferran. Face off one back. Greentree guides it over. Cristofaro back in behind the spear net. This is Villeneuve now on the far side. Greentree, the high slot shot blocked by Blake Barnes and covered by the spear netminder Shurigan right at the last second. That puck hit the leg of the Saginaw defender and just laid right down.
Well, there's Stepan Shurigan's cat-like reflexes, pouncing on that loose puck in front. Could have been 2-0 Windsor.
Ethan Garden with that speed coming around from behind the net. Shurigan pulled back in. Yeah, you're right, Waltz. If he takes another split second to cover that up, Garden's walking right around him. Defensive zone face-off. To the right is Stepan Shurigan. Jacob Cloutier would like to take this face-off. Ties up with Villeneuve. It'll be kicked back to Greentree. Barnes there to push him into the wall. Back at the left point now. Fibiger, cross ice. Cristofaro, point shot. That one, Villeneuve got the stick up high from Cloutier right on the doorstep.
Oh boy.
That'll draw a penalty. As we do have the whistle here, 1:56 left in period 1. And they're coming over to inspect the teeth in the mouth area of Nathan Villeneuve. So Saginaw to the first Stormmaster Exteriors penalty kill of this game, and you see the hands up high there for Saginaw's Cloutier.
Well, getting rewarded, Villeneuve in front. I mean, that's what happens when you stand in front of the net, but, you know, good opportunity and draws the penalty.
Cloutier trying to plead his case here. It'll be just a 2-minute minor penalty. As Cloutier's saying, I think my stick didn't get much higher than the shoulder. Saginaw's penalty kill. Found a shorthanded goal last night. It was Cloutier who put it in the back of the Flint net. They went 5 for 6 last night against the Firebirds. 17th in the OHL, though, on the Windsor power play. Really good. Just shy of 27%. That's second best in the league. Villeneuve for Woodall. With Greentree rotating up high. Into the circle goes the Windsor captain. His snapshot goes wide. Woodall off the boards. Holds it in away from the pressure of Zilkin. Move down for Belchez. Woodall again. Snapped over. This is Greentree. Villeneuve, rather, finds Greentree. Then up high, Woodall. Greentree in the circle. Takes that shot that goes off of Graydon Jones. Back around Belchez. Center point, Woodall. Point shot knocked down by James Go. Villeneuve the rebound. Up high, trying to direct traffic. Villeneuve steers it to Greentree. Back through Woodall. One-timer. Save made by Shurigan. The rebound. Belchez tried to tap it back to Woodall. He fumbled. 50 seconds gone in the power play. Some shot blocks. A save by Stepan Shurigan so far here on Saginaw's first Stormmaster Exteriors PK. Nesbitt up high for Belchez. As the Spitfires are back in. Belchez to Greentree. Then back through Belchez. High slot. Takes a shot off the mask of the netminder. It lays down in the crease. Then back in behind the net. Nesbitt looking for the wraparound. Greentree in the right circle again. Back away from Klepov. Villeneuve now. High slot. Carson Woodall. 40 on the power play. Tries to bump it on through. Is disrupted by Klepov. Puck ends up in the corner. Nesbitt for Greentree. Away from Klepov. Kicks it back on through. It'll just be handled there by Bodie Stewart. 25 on this man advantage here for the Windsor Spitfires. 39 power play goals on the season. This is up the left side. Davis closed off by Liam Storch. 3 against 3 in the corner. Ferran spins loose. Barnes jams him up. This is back up at the left point. Fibiger Near side, Cristoforo walks in, blocked again by Josh Glavin. And that's the end of the first period. It has been a very physical brand of hockey. Josh Glavin leading the team in shot blocks for sure in the last 2 hockey games, and a key piece there. 1-0 going back down the tunnel. Spitfires will take the lead. They'll have 4 seconds of power play time coming out in the second. As there you see the appreciation for Josh Glavin going back off and down to the Spirit tunnel. Shots 11-3 Windsor in that first period. The only goal off the stick of Caden Harvey. It's 1-0. We'll take a break. When we come back, the Spirit honored the late OHL Commissioner David Branch prior to the game. Spirit President and Managing Partner Craig Gosselin will join us coming up in the intermission to talk about David Branch and the legacy he leaves behind here in the Ontario Hockey League. Spirit President and Managing Partner Craig Gosselin with us back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
So, we're finally ready to plan for retirement, but who do we trust?
Our friends at TriStar Trust. They've been here for 25 years right here in our community, and they'll be here for the next 25.
That's the kind of team I want in my corner.
TriStar Trust helps you plan your retirement, manage your investments, and build the future you've been dreaming of. Because when it comes to your goals, it's your time to shine. Visit TriStarTrust.com.
You really do get it all at Garber Chevrolet in Linwood. It's more than just better prices. It's better financing, better selection, and a better overall customer experience that will keep you coming back. We're also where your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards of service. Come see us. Get a better overall experience and lease for less in Linwood. Garber Chevrolet Linwood, M13, north of Bay City. Online, garberlinwood.com. Chevrolet, together. Let's drive.
Prost Wine Bar and Charcuterie now has 2 buzzing locations to enjoy. Visit us in downtown Frankenmuth or in uptown Bay City. We offer a full bar, menu, and memorable atmosphere. Walk-ins are always welcome, and Bay City is now accepting reservations online at prostwinebar.com. Open 7 days a week. Make Prost Wine Bar in Frankenmuth or uptown Bay City your destination for great wine and even better times.
Disability Network Mid-Michigan promotes and encourages independence for all people with disabilities. Our vision is to create accessible and inclusive communities where everyone has opportunities to live the life they choose. Whether you're looking for a job, skills to become self-sufficient, trying to find the right assistive technology, or know someone who wants to move out of a nursing facility, we are here for you. Contact Disability Network Mid-Michigan today. The disability experts in your community.
Looking to stay in touch with your community? Check out Great Lakes Bay Connections, a collection of shows and podcasts bringing you local voices, telling local stories from local people. Great Lakes Bay Connections features Hey, Great Lakes Bay, Generating Gratitude, That's What She Said, United Shades of Gray, Mi Gente on Air, and more. Listen weekends on WSGW, anytime on your favorite podcasting app or at WSGW.com. Your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey is WSGW.
Intermission here between the Saginaw Spirit and the Windsor Spitfires. A 1-0 lead for Windsor, and as the Spirit honor the memory of OHL Commissioner David Branch prior to the game, we bring it back up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Dylan Clark alongside Spirit President and Managing Partner Craig Gosselin. And Craig, an important night here, obviously taking a moment to remember and honor David Branch, not just for obviously what he's done for the game of hockey, but I know a close personal friend of yours as well.
Well, you know what? I got to know David very well, being chairman of our league for quite some time. And I can honestly say that there's nobody in the history of our game that's done more for the player environment to make the game safer than David Branch. Loved the players, and the word love is truly part of what David Branch was to this league. And he's bigger than life. There's certain people that you meet that are bigger than life, and David Branch was certainly one of those. And we spent a very, very sad week.
And 45 years as commissioner of the OHL, and just you talk about all the player, the education packages, all those things that are almost taken for granted now. Those didn't exist a long time ago, and David was kind of the champion of those and bringing them to the players.
He was, Dylan. He was the architect of the education packages for our players, ensuring that the majority of our players are not going to go on to professional hockey, and those that are going to have an education package waiting for them. And David was the architect of really the best development league in the world. And he was certainly amazing how he interacted with the players. One of the things, of course, we had a horrible tragedy here in 2014 when we lost Terry Trafford by suicide. And David came up here. He was here the next day after I called and told him what happened. He was just here. He didn't give us any advice. He just hung out with us. And then he went back home, and he came back when the players had their next practice, which was about 3 days later, if I remember correctly. And again, he was just here. He stood by the player entrance when the players went out on the ice for practice. And when they came back off the ice, he just basically shook all their hands. And then the coach asked him, we all asked him if he had talked to the players. And he talked to them about love. That, you know what, the league is going to wrap their arms around you at this time and let you know that we all love you. The coaches love you. The league loves you. And we're going to go through this with you together. And with that, we started with Dave Pogue's help from Peterborough Pete's. We started the Talk Today program. Dave and myself and Dave Pogue didn't want the deaths of Dave Pogue's son as well as Terry Trafford to go in vain. And we worked with Camille Quinville from the Mental Health Association of Canada, and we developed the Talk Today program. And Talk Today is a very comprehensive program where all of the players in our league, all 60 teams, compete. They have to finish the course, and it teaches the players the signs of a loved one or a teammate that may be contemplating suicide or may need of mental health support. That was Dave Branch. Dave was so passionate about that, and he cared, and he was full of love. A lot of people didn't see that, the big heart that was David Branch. It was an honor for me to know him and to work so closely with him.
Craig, we appreciate you coming on with us. And again, difficult time here, but good to honor the memory of David Branch and all that he's done for the OHL.
Yeah, one last thing I want to say is that this building was special to him, and his last time on the ice was here when we raised the banner here. And I asked him, I said, Dave, why Saginaw? Why would you come to Saginaw to do this? And he goes, Goose, I'm coming here because I know I won't get booed. I just handed your captain the Memorial Cup. And I don't think your fans are going to boo me.
No.
And we had 5,000 people stand on their feet for a couple minutes, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
That gave him a standing ovation when we raised his banner here. And as he walked off the ice, he looked up at me in his Dave Branch kind of way, and I shook his hand, I gave him a hug, and he said, he goes, no boos. I didn't hear any boos. And I said, no, there was no boos, David. And then he just stepped off the ice. It was a moment I'll never forget. Awesome. Just totally David Branch.
Great stuff. Craig, thanks so much for being with us to remember the OHL Commissioner, David Branch.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll take a quick break here. 1-0 first intermission between the Saginaw Spirit and the Windsor Spitfires. Back with highlights in a moment here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
When you go Great Lakes Bay in Michigan, lose yourself in nature and find yourself at peace. Soak up the stillness of winter on glistening trails or glide along an outdoor ice rink. Take charming carriage rides through snowy streets. Embrace the magic of the season and warm up with comfort food and handcrafted beverages. There are moments of pure greatness all around if we linger long enough to soak them in. Find yours at gogreat.com.
Looking for an easier way to travel? Fly from MBS International Airport, conveniently located in the heart of the Great Lakes Bay region. No long lines, simple to get around, and for the best deals, always book directly at mbsairport.org, with Delta and United providing access to wherever you want to fly. MBS is putting the world right outside your door. MBS International Airport. Save time and money and fly from nearby. Visit mbsairport.org.
From the depths of the ocean to the farthest reaches of space, Corning's technologies push the boundaries of what's possible. We're the world's leading innovator in glass and ceramic science, and we're innovating right here in Michigan. Corning's solar wafer site in Hemlock is helping guarantee American energy security. We're investing in our local Michigan communities. That's why Corning is a proud sponsor of the Saginaw Spirit. Learn more about Corning today at corning.com.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Contact State Farm agent Mike Miner to create your personal price plan today.
It's time for your intermission report from the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Here's Dylan Clark.
For Windsor, 11:34 left in the period. A broken play. Not exactly what you'd anticipate when you think of the Windsor Spitfires and their 150 goals coming into this contest. Quick puck movement. Well, no, it's a broken play. That's what ends up back and behind Stepan Jurgen. A couple of saves there. He's able to deny Alex Ferran from right between the face-off dots. Jurgen able to make 10 saves on 11 shots in that first period. Great opportunity from Greentree. Quick stick. Reels things in away from Ethan Garden. No chance there. The Spitfires would get one power play opportunity in that first period. 4 seconds of it are going to carry over into the second period. But they can just continue to rain shots on through, and Josh Glavin a big block to send Saginaw back into the dressing room in a 1-0 score. First intermission stats brought to you by Raymond. Shots 11-3. The Caden Harvey goal assisted by Carson Woodall and Alex Ferran. And again, that power play for the Windsor Spitfires is going to carry over into the second period. So we bring it back up inside the broadcast booth. Dylan Clark, Brad Walsh. Walshy, let's start with that block from Josh Glavin right at the end of the period. We saw a lot of it last night in Flint against the Firebirds. Saginaw ultimately comes up short. But, you know, in a season like this, you've won 14 games. We're into the month of January. You're looking to develop. You're looking for small wins. You go into the dressing room down 1-0 against the Spitfires team, and you see plays like that from Josh Glavin. That's something that everybody can get up for.
Absolutely, yeah. He knows his role, and he does it exceptionally well. You know, a big body and getting in the shooting lanes, and that's not something you look forward to as a hockey player. But you know, that's his job, and he's stepping up. And obviously, Windsor's power play. I mean, they had 5 guys. I think 4 of them took shots. I mean, they're sharing the puck, and you know, Saginaw stayed contained and got in the way.
When you get new pieces like that, Ferran, Villeneuve, and Fibiger all saw time on either one of those 2 Windsor power play units. These are all really talented players, but just how much does it shake things up when you've got new guys, new pieces on a power play that's been pretty structured for the last however many games? Does it kind of shake things up a little bit?
Yeah, and you can tell. I mean, those new guys are fitting right into that structure. I mean, Windsor's a structured hockey team. Even back in my era, you know, they're just full of talent, but it's a team game, and they're sharing the puck. It's not you know, it's unpredictable. You know, 4 or 5 guys are threats to score on that power play, and you know, they're sharing the puck. It's a team game.
Their chances into the offensive end, again, the puck possession numbers for Saginaw a lot lower than they're used to seeing to this point in the season. The precision from Windsor, it's 2 passes from their own D zone, 2 passes into the offensive end from Saginaw. Is this something that they might not have seen kind of to this degree at this point in the season?
I think so. I mean, this is just a well-rounded group. I mean, they look very good. And, yeah, like we mentioned, nothing cute. I mean, they got all the talent in the world. I'm sure, you know, a bunch of those guys could skate the puck in, but nothing cute. Get the puck in, go to work, bring your lunch pail. Let's cycle the puck. Let's play hockey. And it's impressive to see all those guys buying into that philosophy.
1-0 lead for the Windsor Spitfires right now. They'll have, again, 4 seconds of power play time when they come out to start period 2. We'll take a break. We'll see if the Spirit can muster up in the second as well. We'll take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard when we're back in a moment here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Are you looking to make a sweet change in your career? Plant your career with Michigan Sugar Company. Michigan Sugar Company is now hiring STEM, skilled trades, maintenance, and general labor roles at their Bay City, Caro, Croswell, and Seaboing factories. Visit michigansugar.com/careers for a full list of available roles and to start your application today. Michigan Sugar Company, making life sweeter since 1906.
Did you know the University of Michigan Flint is the fastest growing public university in the state? How do we do it? Access to top-ranked degree programs and one of the largest alumni networks. Access to small class sizes with renowned U of M professors. And access to the Go Blue free tuition guarantee. Because sometimes in life where you're going depends on where you go. Learn more about our growth at uofmflint.edu.
As a business, the roof over your head is just as important as the products you create. At Versatile Flat Roofing, our membrane roofs have provided safety and security to businesses in the Great Lakes Bay region for over 10 years. Our quality of production in low-sloped flat roofing systems made Versatile Flat Roofing the 2024 Michigan Elite Contractor of the Year. With more than 1,500 roofs installed and 75% of clients coming from repeats and referrals, customer satisfaction is at the heart of the job. For more information on keeping the roof over your head safe and secure, visit VersatileFlatRoofing.com today. That's VersatileFlatRoofing.com.
Mid-Michigan Canine Academy's Redemption Crew loves Saginaw and the surrounding communities who have blessed us so much, and we are concerned about the epidemic of rehome dogs and dogs left at shelters. If your dog is a handful, or if you're thinking about rehoming your dog, let us help you with its behavioral challenges. Our 7-day doggy boot camp can help. Not all dogs are as fortunate as Henry the Hockey Dog, but they all deserve a second chance. Give us a call at Mid-Michigan Canine Academy and let us help you transform your dog's behavior and your life.
Hi, this is Dima Jolkin, and you're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on WSGW.
Scoreboard before we come back to start the second period. Out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Your average busy Saturday night in the Ontario Hockey League. 4-1 London over the Erie Otters. No score between the Flint Firebirds and the Kingston Frontenacs. 1-1 tie between Owen Sound and the Kitchener Rangers from the Bay Shore. No score between Peterborough and Guelph. 2-0. Sioux Greyhounds are up on the Niagara Ice Dogs, and a 2-0 lead for the Barrie Colts over the Brampton Steelheads. Your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Second period here. Saginaw, 4 seconds of PK time. Back to start the second in a moment here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
At Garber Chevy Chesaning, better means you get it all. Better prices, better selection, and better service. Our factory-trained technicians keep your vehicle in top condition. We have everything your vehicle needs, even tires. Come see us at Garber Chevy Chesaning and see how you can get it all. At the corner of M52 and M57, online at GarberChesaning.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Everybody knows you'll do better at Garber.
It takes each of us to make Saginaw a place we're proud to call home. Since 1984, Saginaw Community Foundation has helped build and strengthen Saginaw County by bringing together people and resources to make a difference. We're a one-stop shop for giving, building endowments, grant-making, and community leadership. Visit SaginawFoundation.org today to learn more about how you can help support your community. Saginaw Community Foundation, building a flourishing community for all, for good, forever.
Looking for the perfect place for your loved one to thrive? At Traditions of Saginaw, we offer comfort, care, and community. It's a senior living hat trick. Whether it's enjoying delicious, chef-prepared meals, personalized support, or fun events, Traditions of Saginaw feels like home. Schedule your tour today and see why families trust us for peace of mind and vibrant living. Learn more at traditionsofsaginaw.com or call to schedule a tour today. Traditions of Saginaw. Welcome home.
Henry the Hockey Dog loves food and he loves people, which is why Rescue Ministries is partnering with Henry to provide 5,000 meals to our homeless neighbors. It costs $3 to provide a warm meal at the mission, and Henry is asking for your help. Right, Henry? Text Henry 2025 to 50155 to make a donation. My Michigan Health also cares and is willing to match your donation right now. Help Henry provide a meal and consider donating today.
The Ramsey Show.
3 years I have been paying for my parents' mortgage and home equity, $3,000 a month.
Why can't they pay their mortgage?
It was supposed to be temporary. They currently can't afford it. They want to stay in their house.
And what's the house worth?
$710.
And what do they owe on it?
$200.
They need to sell it and buy a house for $500,000 it's paid for. You are trying to make their fantasy world exist, and it's not sustainable.
The Ramsey Show, weeknights at 9 on WSGW. Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW. Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
The second period, 4 seconds remain on a Jacob Kluche minor penalty for high sticking. But if Saginaw can get through that, they can get their hands dirty here in the second. As out of the box comes Kluche. Saginaw 1 for 1 on the Stormmaster Exteriors penalty kill in this game. Belchez moves it back in for Nesbitt.
Another one coming.
Another penalty upcoming. You are right, sir, as Fibiger's going to touch this one up off the stick of Carson Harmer. And a little bit of a discussion afterwards. Josh Glavin guilty of tripping. So right back into the box we go. The stick just tied up there with Chris DeFaro. Nearly took Josh Glavin with him. So they go right back to where they were. Walshy, we touched on it during intermission. The puck movement, crisp, concise. We'll see what else the Spitfires are able to do. Handful of shots on that last power play. And you mentioned that they came from everywhere. It wasn't just feeding one guy the whole time. It's a variety of guys pulling the trigger on this Windsor power play. Villeneuve to take this face off, and he won it back. Won it back past everybody. New love to drop it back off for Woodall. Liam Greentree turns back after a little trouble on that drop-off. Jacob Pluche, Carson Harmer, James Go, and Graydon Jones, the penalty killers here for the Spirit. You got another tall order here to start out the second. Belchez off the boards. Poked at by Saginaw's James Go. One-handed along and backhanded there by Graydon Jones. That puck's got to get out. Now Woodall fires it back underneath. Nesbitt up to the hash mark. Belchez. Then Woodall. Slid over. Right circle. Villeneuve thought about taking the shot. The Woodall try does get through, and a pad save by Shurigan. This Greentree put that right onto the stick of Carson Harvey. He's going to poke it away. Thought about taking a couple of strides after it. He goes back to the bench instead. Halfway through the power play. Jacob Kluche follows Carson Woodall back up ice. This is back for Villeneuve. Dropped off to Jack Nesbitt. Just inside the line to feed Belchez. On the goal line he goes, and up to the far boards. This is Villeneuve. Fibiger lets it go for Greentree. Looking back door. That tap-in opportunity was there for Ethan Belchez. Villeneuve keeps it back underneath into the right wing corner. Up high, the pass comes through. Fibiger walks in, saved by Shurigan. Fibiger's got the rebound. Greentree fought aside by the Spirit netminder too. Now Fibiger controls towards the middle. Final seconds of the power play. That one off the outside of the cage from Villeneuve. The rebound chance couldn't be stuffed in by Nesbitt. Villeneuve again. Pass up high. Some tired Spirit penalty killers as Greentree is shouldered there by Jacob Pluche. Using whatever gas is left in the tank. 9 seconds left. The shot gets blocked. Pluche can't get after it. He's going to dive after it there to get it back into the defensive zone of Windsor. There was just a couple of fumes left. Pluche can't get even over the bench. As now the Spirit kill it off. Bookmark that effort there from Jacob Pluche. As this is covered up here by Stepan Shurigan. 17:35 to go in the second. It's two big-time PKs here for Saginaw in this game. Again, they got 3 shots on goal, so not much to write home about offensively, but efforts like this, Walshy, that's why it's a close game right now.
Yeah, and, you know, like you said, it could have been avoided. You know, when you have an opportunity to get the puck out of the zone, I mean, you save yourself a lot of tired bodies, and you know, you got to bear down on those opportunities.
Look out, a giveaway right in front. Caden Harvey robbed by Stepan Shurigan. As he bails out the Spirit again. This one tossed back in on the icing. 17:25 to go. As it looked like just a D-to-D pass that was meant to take everybody by surprise. Caden Harvey ended up taking everybody by surprise. There's that little poke towards the goal pads of Stepan Shurigan. C-ranked prospect on NHL Central Scouting's midterm list. We're on the other side of World Juniors, or C-ranked prospect on the preliminary rankings. The midterms have to be coming out soon. Offensive zone face-off, as everybody's waiting to see. They got letters in the preliminaries. They'll get actual number rankings here coming out in the midterms. Igor Barabanov takes the check back and behind the Spirit net. Tied up there with Spellacy as James Go. Taken into the wall by Blake Barnes. Can he pull the puck free? Smacks it off the end wall. James Go and Caden Harvey get after it again. Off the boards. Cole Davis to the point. Kennedy blocked by Zhilkin. Spellacy right to him. Spitfires keep this puck alive. This is Caden Harvey. Back to the right circle. Sharp angle shot there by Spellacy. Rims around. Kept alive nicer there by Cristofaro on the backhand. Spellacy in the corner again. Back to Harvey below the goal line. Long shift here for the Windsor third line. Point shot there off the goalpost by Kennedy. Rebound kicked out by Shurigan. Now Demas Zhilkin's on this puck to center. Not much gas for him, as he's just going to send it back in and go for a change. Barabanov taken into the boards by Games. This is back behind the Windsor goal. That's 2 goalposts here for the Spitfires. Now a chance in front. Hanrahan the shot. Great save by Newlove. Barabanov, who forced the turnover, Gets it back up high to Josh Glavin. Point shot, stopped by Newland. Rebound chance. Great save. That one off the outside of the cage by Levi Harper. 3 big chances in front. Now Barabanov down the wing. Gets the shoulder from Spellacy. And that'll finally be thrown back down into the Spirit end. Their offense has woken up a bit here in the second period. Harper back on through. Hit by McKeish. Bouncing puck. Stolen. Hanrahan. The shot gets blocked. Geldart wants to feed it back to Hanrahan. Got to pull it off the boards away from McLaughlin. Robinson puts Geldart into the wall. Following is Bodie Stewart. Third line out here for Saginaw. Hanrahan up high. Graydon Jones. Point shot. Glove save Newlove. And he hangs on with Geldart in front. 15:32 to go here in the second. A little bit more of a discussion afterwards. And a really good shift here. Saginaw's third line featuring a couple of rookies.
Yeah, they got him going there. A couple shots on net. Hanrahan, 2 or 3 that shift, and surprising Windsor.
Little fumble there, Barabanov, as it comes off the stick of Cristoforo. Able to feed Hanrahan. More chances through traffic there for Ryan Hanrahan, and Harper comes down. Not sure if Newlove gets a piece of it as he sprawled out or if it just went off the side of the goal. D-zone faceoff will be taken here by Windsor. To the corner. Jensen Geldart. Taking the wall by Nesbitt. This will rim up the near boards, and Belchez throws it up to Nesbitt back through center. Haran, then Brown. Chased down in the near side of the Spirit end. Jensen Geldart in transition. Bodie Stewart. Collision at center ice. Stewart, far side, Levi Harper. Nesbitt and Hanrahan get unlocked. This is James Go, the late man. Great glove save. Oh, Newlove just saw it at the last second. Plucks it out of the air and gets a face-off. 5 minutes gone here in the second.
Michael Newlove, what a glove save. And James Go was just coming down the slot. He knew he was getting that puck when he was crossing the red line and tried to pick the corner there.
And you see that little pre-look by Newlove as the pass comes across for Go. He already knows where he is. It's not a surprise that he's that wide open. As Harper cuts back, that's when Newlove takes the look. Up high into the glove of Michael Newlove. First overall pick in the 2024 U18 priority selection. And he makes another good save there off the stick of Dima Zhilkin. Barabanov below the goal line. Puck rims up the wall. James Go into the skates of Windsor's Villeneuve. Green Tree there too. Villeneuve just kicks it. Might have been under his skate blade. As this one sent off the glass and out to Dima Zhilkin in the neutral zone. Just tossed back in. Fibiger has Barabanov. Almost a stick lift there. Cristoforo. Lepov closes off the check. Villeneuve. For Green Tree, then Fibiger. Too far ahead of Garden. Levi Harper's got to get the wheels moving back into the Spirit, and he gets there first. Barabanov to Zhilkin. Garden cuts him down. Here's Klepov. Pass behind the back. Reeled in by Harper. Off the wall. Picked up by Klepov. Stops up. Looking for Barabanov. Up to the top of the zone. Klepov hangs on. Fakes the drop-off. Cristoforo stayed right with him. Pokes it away, too. And now Cristoforo back into the neutral zone. Klepov got to be careful not to take a penalty. And Zhilkin comes over to hit Cristoforo. Chance in front, looking for Green Tree. This puck in the corner again. Barabanov just out to center. And picked up by Carson Woodall. Spellacy hit by Barabanov. Delayed penalty coming. To the bench goes Newlove. Arm went up right away. That one drilled at open ice. Spellacy comes through and blows up Liam Storch. And now this is Nesbitt back up high to Kennedy. Immediate retribution there. Kennedy over. And it's Caden Harvey. Kennedy, point shot save made by Shurigan. Kennedy, as Barabanov takes him down, trying to poke the puck away. They'll keep the delayed call going. Back up. It was deflected again by Barabanov. Now it's Nesbitt. Down to the circle. Green Tree pulls it through, trying to snap a pass over for Harvey. Wyatt Kennedy for Woodall. As the battle continues in front, everybody's tired here. Here's Green Tree in the left circle. Snaps one that goes wide and all the way back around. And close to a full minute here on a delayed penalty. As Liam Storch makes his way back to the Spirit bench. Harvey down the left side. Still we go on the delayed call. Back around here for Windsor. Kennedy's shot absorbed by Stepan Shurigan. And more of a battle after. 12:48 to go in the second. Barabanov's going to sit. And he might get a little bit more here as Nesbitt gets a couple of cross checks. Saginaw will be shorthanded. We'll see by how many. 12:46 left, second period. It's 1-0 lead for the Windsor Spitfires. Back in a moment here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Garber Buick is America's oldest Buick dealership. Our factory-trained service technicians deliver precision care to keep your vehicle performing at its best. We also have an award-winning body shop. We even sell parts and tires. You truly get it all at Garber Buick. Better service, better selection, and better prices. Garber Buick, State Street in Saginaw. Online, garberbuick.com. Buick, exceptional by design.
Everybody knows you'll do better at Garber.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
Back inside the Dow Event Center. 12:46 to go here in the second period. And some penalties to sort out. Igor Barabanov got the leg out on AJ Spellacy at open ice. And a long delayed call would send the Spitfires into the offensive zone. Liam Storch gets a high hit there on Spellacy, looking to take out some of the frustration. And then at the end of a very long delayed call, the scrum back in behind Stepan Shurigan. Nesbitt grabs Barabanov by the scruff. They go back and forth a little bit. Igor Barabanov and Jack Nesbitt are in the penalty boxes. But Barabanov has picked up the extra penalty for that initial hit on AJ Spellacy. So Brody Popoy is in the box to serve the additional Barabanov penalty.
Well, what a hit by AJ Spellacy. I mean, AJ Spellacy's an animal. And you could tell why USA wanted him in World Juniors and why Chicago drafted him. Good friends with his agent, actually. And, he describes AJ as just somebody you win with. And you can see it.
Third power play chance here for the Windsor Spitfires. Puck to the corner, then up high, Cristoforo. Well, they are without Jack Nesbitt on this unit. Down to the goal line, Davis, Cristoforo, the shot right on, and a save made by Shurigan, and everybody grabs everybody pretty quickly there. Josh Glavin did not appreciate the chops from Spellacy, didn't appreciate the hit on Liam Storch. Although I'm sure Spellacy didn't appreciate the hit from Barabanov, so the rivalry alive and well here, 12:28 to go in the second period. These last couple of minutes have kind of set the tone for the rest of the game as well. We've had a couple of dust-ups in front of the net, but it was immediate. As soon as that stick got into the pads of Stepan Shurigan. Puck on the far boards, thrown down by Cristoforo. Tripping call to Barabanov. Spellacy no worse for wear after that. Fibiger back over, Cristoforo. Davis trying to spin it in front off a couple of skates. Jacob Kluche hard on that puck. Out and down. Walter, we talked in the last PK about Saginaw not getting pucks out. Kluche hard on that puck right away.
Got to be out, and he got it out.
Cristoforo weaves back in. Jones steps into him. Back around for Cole Davis. Halfway through the penalty being served by Brody Popoy. It's Barabanov for tripping. This is Spellacy on the far wall. Back down for Davis. Cuts back away from Jones. Cristoforo up high. Jakob Fibiger. Cristoforo. Fibiger again. Near side, Ferran. Thought better of the one-timer. Walks it down low. Spellacy throws it back through as Ferran occupied the center lane. Pass goes onto the far side. Cristoforo, Fibiger, Cristoforo again. Near side, Ferran, the one-time shot and the blocker saved by Shurigan. Back up, that goes off the left skate of Bodie Stewart. Braden Jones off the glass and out.
I think they're putting an emphasis on getting the puck out at this point.
I think some guys got perhaps a talking to on the Spirit bench after that last PK. Fibiger. Belchez, now Villeneuve. Dying seconds here as the top unit gets on. Now here's the late man. Belchez throws it back in front. Broken play. Villeneuve couldn't get the stick on it. Villeneuve back up high. Woodall. Dying seconds of the man advantage. Blocked by Carson Harmer into the skates of Kluche. Might have a chance here with Brody Popoy. Kluche cuts back, taken down. He got tied up there with Villeneuve. Puck poked ahead now to Ethan Garden. Belchez just inside the blue line. Read there by Levi Harper. He just gets it out of danger. Spirit have killed off their third penalty here in this game so far as we approach the midway point. Wyatt Kennedy dumps it back in behind Stepan Shurigan. James Go up for Jacob Kluche. Popoy has stayed on. Pass back across as Levi Harper dumps it back in. Carson Woodall trying to catch the Spirit in the change. Stretch pass, Greentree's at the line. Glavin comes over to him again. Glavin, the short pass for Levi Harper back behind the Spirit net. He gets closed off by John McLaughlin. Got the puck down. Carson Woodall now back in behind the Windsor goal. This is Kennedy. Off the boards, Games back to the middle. Josh Glavin at center. Harper fanned on that pass. So Woodall takes over. Backhander off the wall. Can Glavin get there to keep it in? Yes. Just put to the corner there. And a little tap from the goal stick from Michael Newlove. Puck off the glass. Got the live by Harper. Shoveled to the net. And a save made by the Windsor goaltender. Wyatt Kennedy tells Jensen Geldard he's got to get out of there. 9:25 left in the second period. Long stretch without a save for Newlove. But sharp on that long-range try from Levi Harper. Not a bad idea to just fire things to the net with a couple of guys in front.
Pucks the net. I mean, down one goal, you're feeling good if you're Saginaw, and it's getting chippy, which is very exciting for us up here.
Glavin and Nathan Games, and now a big-time tie-up as McLaughlin got a hold of Ryan Hanrahan. He's on top of him right now, trying to get everything he possibly can. I'm not sure what started that. Hanrahan and McLaughlin still barking at one another. Jensen Geldard got tied up with Jonathan Brown. 9:25 left in the second. Josh Glavin still barking after. We're going to see what we can find out of all of this. Hanrahan takes the seat. This was the initial dust-up. Josh Glavin and Games, and then Hanrahan and McLaughlin. Hanrahan, a little takedown there. And as McLaughlin comes back for more on Ryan Hanrahan, Jensen Geldart gets pulled away from everything. It'll be at the top edge of your screen here. You see the skates going back and forth. Geldart tries to stand up for his line mate. Bodie Stewart got the pull back too. So in the penalty box, quite a few guys.
And, you know, there's a little bit of history here. Newlove and Shurgan. I can't stop right I can't stop paying attention to that. This is good stuff, Dylan. This is a hockey game.
And you know what? I would have said the same thing in that game back on November the 1st as well, where they almost did have a scrap. They were both playing well to that point in the night. Shurgan was fantastic, and Newlove had just come into the game in relief of Joey Costanzo, and he'd already – I don't even know if he'd gotten a couple of saves under his belt by that point, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it happened quick. And obviously, I mean, when that happened, they both wanted it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's something that you don't forget. So, who knows?
Newlove ends up making 7 saves in relief on November the 1st in that game for Joey Costanzo. So it's Nathan Games and John McLaughlin in the penalty box for the Windsor Spitfires. Ryan Hanrahan and Igor Barabanov for the Saginaw Spirit, as Barabanov serves the rest of his altercation. Saginaw to the power play. Their first IBEW Local 557 power play here in this game. And they win it back to Levi Harper. Kluche, deflected by Wyatt Kennedy. Games back around. This is Klepov. Back up to Harper. Good pass away from Davis. Klepov down to the goal line. Carson Harmer. Back to Nikita Klepov. Up high. Harper. Point shot. That one blocked by the leg of Spellecy. Harper gets it back. Moves to Klepov. Harper kept it for a second and it just spills back out over the line. Back at center. Zilkin shifting. Spellecy able to get back to the Windsor bench. He's in some considerable pain after that shot block. Harmer leaves that puck there. Harper wasn't ready for it. Dima Zilkin does what he can to keep it alive up high. And Kluche, the insurance policy, back in the neutral zone. Levi Harper to drop it back. Carson Harmer picks it up with speed. Back and forth with Dima Zilkin. Harper, Kluche. Kennedy Into the corner with Carson Harmer. Jilkin can't pull it off the wall. Now Nikita Klepov in the corner. Up high to Levi Harper. Drops it back to Klepov. 53 on the power play. Klepov back up to Levi Harper with Carson Harmer in front. Now a bump to the middle. Kluche's shot stopped by Newlove. Rebound has Nesbitt turned around. He fires this one off the glass and gets the job done for the penalty killers here. 40 seconds left. Back up the near side. Klepov bumped off the puck. Jones to recover at center. 30 seconds left here as the second unit starts to come on for Chris Lazary. Hot pass back from Popoy to Graydon Jones. So he's all the way back in behind Shurigan's net. Jones up to Brody Popoy. Fired back in. Bodie Stewart gets to it first. Mishandled it. Jensen Geldart into the corner boards there. Brown and Stewart lock up. Bouncing puck for Brody Popoy. Knocked back down the boards by Jones. Geldart drilled into the wall by Brown. Penalty time is up. McLaughlin's out. They lay it off the boards. Garden cut that pass off. He's into the zone himself. Near side, Villeneuve to drop back. Niviger's right there for it. Into the circle. Throws it back door. The late man got Shurigan swimming. Jammed up at the last second. Graydon Jones tied up the stick there at Garden. That would have been an easy tap in. And gotten back out to center. Shurigan thought he had to lay out there on that exchange. Wide open for the tap in. But the stick of Jones was there. Jonathan Brown back in behind the Windsor goal. They look to set up and move back in Green Tree. Saginaw cuts that one down at the blue line again. Goes down for an icing. 6:39 to go. Second period. Shots 11-3 Windsor in the first. 10-8 here in the second. Steps in the right direction here for the Spirit. A couple of really good chances on the power play. And then how about that save? James Go and Graydon Jones. Right on the doorstep as Garden was looking for that backdoor tap-in.
What you teach defensemen. Hard on sticks in front. And what a play there.
Sawyer Schmidt to take the defensive zone face-off against McLaughlin. Jacob Kluche, hard on the stick there. Got it back out to center with Brody Najim. Drops it off to him. Najim throws it to the net. Off a body, broken play. Spitfires take care of it. Jones again. Over to James Go. For Kluche. Backhanded in. Carson Woodall up to Beck-Sultan McKeish. Nathan Gaines hesitated on the pass. Got it over to McLaughlin. Klepov steers him wide. This is Drew Roscoe up the far boards. We'll talk with Drew coming up here in the second intermission. He makes his third appearance in a Spirit uniform. Roscoe up the near side boards. Met there by Brody Najim and two Spitfires as well. Robinson back in behind the Windsor goal. Carson Woodall. Second most assists in the Ontario Hockey League coming into this game. Twists his way down the right side. A long pad saved by Shurigan. Robinson throws it back to the net. That's another stick saved by the Spirit netminders. Games sends it around to Davis. Carson Woodall off the glass. A couple players got to duck down. Can't get out of the way of it. Jilkin's got it out to center. Klepov can't beat Robinson to this puck. And now Spellici down the right side again. Back in behind the net of Shurigan. Barabanov off the boards. Drew Roscoe in some trouble. Turns away from Davis. Just lays it back up the center. Aiden Harvey stretches towards the middle. Has a step there. Roscoe gets the stick in the way and pulls the puck back. Back around to the near corner. Spitfire's not done in the offensive zone. Barabanov trying to poke that puck away from Spellici. Roscoe comes over to Josh Glavin to Klepov. Diviger cuts it off. Glavin knocks the puck down. Give him to Roscoe. Got to get out of danger here. Roscoe trying to backhand it up, and Davis just got a piece of there by Jilkin. Spitfires have it. One-handed down the near wing. Fibiger can't throw it back in front. Glavin blocks that. Fibiger into the right circle now. Back up high. He rolls. Showing off the wheels here. Puck goes down into the corner. Jilkin steals from Green Tree and just flips this puck back out to center. Chop there up into the air. Villeneuve kept ahead of him. Bumped it wide. Garden back in front. Looking for Villeneuve. Can't get the shot off. Big time check as Roscoe comes through. Gets a little bit of a retaliation there from Garden. And now into the offensive zone. Saginaw's Harmer for Klepov. Wanted to go back to Harmer. Cristoforo's going to steal. Villeneuve Speed down the wing, dropped off guard and throws it back in front. Brody Papoy ties up Cristofaro. He goes into the Spirit net. And that'll stop things and send us to a timeout. 3:55 to go, second period. Still a 1-0 lead and a face-off in the offensive end. Coming up for Saginaw when we're back in a moment here in your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
You really do get it all.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Contact State Farm agent Chris Barrios to create your personal price plan today.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW.
Welcome back inside the Dow Event Center. A 1-0 lead for the Windsor Spitfires here over the Spirit on a first period goal by Caden Harvey. Some really good power play opportunities here for the Spitfires in this game, but strong penalty killing by the Spirit. And a lot of really strong play from their goaltender, Stepan Shurigan. Coming into this game, 71 saves on 75 shots between two home starts against the Windsor Spitfires this year, the earlier two this season. 947 save percentage. Had a 5-game win streak snapped against the Kingston Frontenacs on Thursday as well, though he did still make 35 saves. And he has been busy tonight, 23 out of 24. Carson Woodall from center ice for Ferran. Turned it off the boards. Levi Harper was there. Jacob Cloutier spins around to handle that pass. Leads the Spirit into the zone. Kept the puck on the line. And now this is James Go at center. Takes the hit from Nesbitt. That puck gloved down by Woodall. Belchez knocks it down. 2-on-1 if he can get there. Trying to lay out for it, but Levi Harper pokes the puck to the corner. Harmer there. Ferran digs the puck out. Nesbitt up high. Point shot by Kennedy. Hard off the boards. Past the other side of the net. Now there's a battle in the corner. It goes off somebody's lost glove. Carson Harmer back to center again. Takes the hit from Davis. Move the puck to Brody Papoy. Back across off a skate offside. As that puck spilled back out to the neutral zone before James Go's stick could get there. 3:10 left in the second. Seen a couple of falling gloves on the Windsor side of things here in this game. Decent amount of collisions here. Face-off going to come in the neutral zone. Spirit and Spitfires will come back together. A little Valentine's Day action. Walter, you talked about how much these two teams love each other. Valentine's Day at home. 2 nights later in Windsor. Jonathan Brown back up to center ice. This is snapped in off the linesman. Brandon Flood is feeling that one, I believe. And now back through the middle. Here's a chance for Spellacy. Right circle shot. That goes high over the bar. Robinson throws it back in front. Broken play into the glove of Shurigan. Twisting around. It goes back behind the goal. Spellacy in front for Davis. Takes the shot. That's blocked by Jensen Geldark. Geldark braces for the hit. Blake Barnes gets to the puck. Moved it over. Braden Jones knocks it out to mid-ice. Robinson's got Bodie Stewart on him. Rips it back around. Near side. Cole Davis back up for Harvey. Davis again, left circle, thrown to the net, stick saved by Shurigan, looking for the rebound. Braden Jones gets taken to the boards. Geldark for Hanrahan, little flyby by Villeneuve, that'll take the puck away, but Bodie Stewart puts it back off the glass. Turning puck at center again. Harvey. Near side for Greentree, takes a shot again, looking for the pass off the pads, and the rebound chance set wide after the Shurigan save. Back up top, near side. Fibbiger down low. Pat saves Shurigan. The rebound shunted away. All the way back down into Windsor real estate. Tired Spirit bodies looking for a change. There's a lineup at the bench door right now. This is Greentree. Back in. Can he get around Barnes? Greentree takes the high shot there off the outside of the cage. Barabanov lifts this puck up. Not out. Garden gloves it down. And it's a hand pass. 1:37 left in the second period. Spitfires looking for rebounds. Very simple right now. Stepan Shurigan has had the net pretty much sealed off, so kind of simplified. What do we see? 3-4 passes off the pads there, looking for the rebound. Simplified. They're getting tons of chances.
Tons of chances, tons of shots on net. Shurigan controlling it for the most part, and it's a one-goal hockey game. That's a great, everyone's in for a treat tonight.
Braden Jones getting the active stick in there defensively as well. This one's off the cuff of Shurigan's glove, quickly shovels that to the glass. Ferran taken into the boards. Puck comes out. This is Belchez. Spitfires looking for a late one here. Back around it goes Ferran. Off the skates of Levi Harper. Spitfires move it up high. This is Fibiger walking the line, slides it over to Cristoforo. Puts it back down below the goal line. Belchez rolls down, darts around Harper, gets it back behind the net. Ferran. Put it in front there. The one-time chance. Nesbitt tied up. Not sure that Shurigan had to make a save. Fibiger underneath. Looking for Ferran. Cristoforo. Then for Nesbitt. Fibiger lets it come to him and then back down low. Let go by Nesbitt. Picked up in behind the net. Ferran looking in front. Broken play. Falling down, but still making the play was Belchez. And this is Fibiger up high again. Turning shot. Deflected wide. Cristoforo from the corner. Back underneath again. Ferran. Off the stick of Levi Harper. Cristoforo. Looking like he wants to throw this in front. Handcuffed there by Levi Harper. The puck's still right there in between the circle and the goal line. Fibiger up to the point again. This one deflected off the stick of Cristoforo. Josh Flavin got to get this puck out. Fibiger gloves it down. Nesbitt up high, 16 in the period. Sawyer Schmidt can't get that puck out. Nesbitt keeps it, turns it in deep. Harper settles it down. Back out to neutral ice. Now a broken play. 5 seconds left. Here's a chance for Sawyer Schmidt. Takes it to the net. Sharp angle try off the outside of the goal. Schmidt gets it back, and that's it for the second. Sawyer Schmidt, third game of OHL action. He stayed with that puck. Got a late chance there for the Spirit. Won't count as a shot on goal. But they take a 1-0 deficit back into the dressing room with them against one of the more potent offenses here. 18 shots to 8 for Windsor in that second period, 29-11 in the game. But the goal by Caden Harvey, the only one that stands right now. We'll take a break. Spirit defenseman Drew Roscoe going to join us coming up in the first intermission report. Back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Independent Bank is proud to be the corporate sponsor of your Saginaw Spirit. We've been banking in Michigan for 160 years and have always put our customers and communities first. We pride ourselves on being a full-service bank, offering an exceptional banking experience for personal, small business, and commercial banking customers, helping them to achieve financial independence. Be a game changer. Be independent. Member FDIC.
Enjoy the spirit of Frankenmuth and score big with your kids at the indoor water parks. The puck stops here in Funtown, where fan favorites include chicken and Christmas, but there's really so much more. Arcades, breweries, carriage rides, shopping, and pretzel rolling. Frankenmuth, where we leave the icing to the dessert. 800 Funtown. No matter how cold it is outside or in the hockey rink, there's loads of indoor fun waiting just down the road in Frankenmuth.
You really do get it all at Garber Midland. It's more than just better prices. It's better financing, better selection, and a better overall customer experience. And we're more than the place you buy your vehicle. We're also where your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards of service. Come see how you can get it all at Garber Midland at the corner of Saginaw and Eastman. See all our inventory online at garbermidland.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Prost Wine Bar and Charcuterie now has 2 buzzing locations to enjoy. Visit us in downtown Frankenmuth or in uptown Bay City. We offer a full bar, menu, and memorable atmosphere. Walk-ins are always welcome, and Bay City is now accepting reservations online at prostwinebar.com. Open 7 days a week. Make Prost Wine Bar in Frankenmuth or uptown Bay City your destination for great wine and even better times.
This is Christiana Malagata, your host of That's What She Said. This week, we're spilling the tea with a woman who has taken big leaps and is now educating and empowering others. Jennifer Van Nett talks about art, finding your path, and creating confidence. Tune in.
That's What She Said with Christiana Malagata. Presented by CMU Health. Saturday mornings at 8 and Sunday evenings at 6 on WSGW and online at WSGW.com.
Your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey is WSGW.
2-0 lead for the visitors. And early on in the OHL career, already factoring in this hockey game quite a bit. Spirit defenseman Drew Roscoe joined us down from ice level. And Drew, it's a tight game out there, 1-0. What have you seen so far through 40 minutes of play?
Definitely a really fast game. Just got to kind of keep pucks moving forward, try to finish our chances, and we'll be good. Keep finishing checks still.
Third game in the OHL for you here. What's the feeling right now? Are you getting your legs under yourself?
Yeah, definitely build up some confidence as I continue to play. Super fast, but it's really good hockey. So I think we got a good group here, and we're gonna win.
I know you and I talked about it just a couple of weeks ago when you first got back to Saginaw. But the recovery process, long off-season recovery for yourself, to finally get here and to finally get your first OHL games under your belt. How much of a relief is it, and just how long was it? How long were you waiting for it?
It's definitely a long time coming. It just feels really good to get out here in a game situation and grind with the boys and battle with each other and just play the sport I love. So it's been great.
A lot of chances for the Spitfires, a lot of speed, a lot of opportunities. But again, at the end of the day, it's a one-goal hockey game here. How are you guys looking to help out your goaltender, and what's the first thought going into the third period?
Just try to break the puck out pretty nice. Get pucks up ice, get them deep, finish our checks. Try to get some more chances in front of the net and try to put one or two in and have a good hockey game.
Drew, appreciate the time, man. Good luck in period 3. That's Spirit defenseman Drew Roscoe. 1-0 game still, just as it was last time we talked during the intermission. We'll take a break. Some highlights here, lots of saves, and some dust-ups between Saginaw and the Windsor Spitfires. That's to be expected, right? Back in a moment here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
At Dow, we believe performance starts long before the whistle blows. It begins in the lab, where science meets sport. From apparel to playing surfaces to gear, we create cutting-edge materials that help drive high performance from lab to stadium. Because in sports, just like in science, every second counts. And every material matters. Dow, at the intersection of sport and science. Learn more at dow.com/sports.
We're Durolast. We make the world's best roof. As one of the country's largest roofing manufacturers, we have locations across North America. But for more than 40 years, Saginaw has been our home. Like Saginaw, Durolast has a can-do, never-quit attitude. And just like Saginaw, our people make us strong. Innovative, resilient. That's the spirit of Saginaw. That's Durolast, the world's best roof.
As proud sponsors of the Saginaw Spirit Hockey Team, the Barb Smith Suicide Resource and Response Network invite you to join us in supporting the players in our community. Our mission is to prevent suicide through education, advocacy, connection to resources, and support for those impacted by suicide. Visit us at srrn.net. That's srrn.net to learn more about our programs and events. Let's go Spirit!
Your active life depends on healthy muscles, bones, and joints. When pain arises, My Michigan Health is your go-to place. Our comprehensive musculoskeletal team offers the latest in surgical and non-surgical treatments and includes experts in specialized orthopedics and sports medicine. Whether your pain originates from your knee, hip, hand, elbow, shoulder, ankle, or foot, our experts can help. With more than 50 providers across 21 locations in central and northern Michigan, we're dedicated to keeping you active. Learn more at mymichigan.org/MSK.
It's time for your intermission report from the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Here's Dylan Clark.
In the second period, as we take it back through some of the highlights here. Windsor, 29 shots to Saginaw's 11. In the period, it was 18-8, and they got busy early. Stepan Shurigan had to fight through a couple of screens. 2 big stops there, a broken play. He shuts down Liam Greentree with the blocker save. Spitfire cycled up high. The Kennedy point shot shut down. Rebound chance from Spellacy. Turned out by the Spirit netminder as well. He is best when he is busiest. And the Spitfires have kind of resorted to some of the more pass off the pad tactics. They get a couple of really good looks there. Later on in the period, that was Michael Newlove's best save of the game. Bang, bang play. Barabanov in front looking for Ryan Hanrahan. Levi Harper showing off the offensive wheels. Glove save there early in that frame for Michael Newlove as well on James Go. Second intermission stats brought to you by Raymond. 18 shots to 8 in that second period. 29-11 in the game. Nobody's found the back of the net on the power play just yet. We'll bring it back up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. That's probably as good a place to start as any. Dylan Clark with Brad Walsh. You got your pen? You ready to talk?
I'm ready.
I do the same thing. I derailed myself there. That's on me. This is a team sport here. The Windsor power play. 0 for 3 right now. They've gotten some fantastic looks. Goaltending is one thing for the Spirit, but a lot of really good coverage up. As soon as the save is made by the netminder, Shurigan, the defenseman right there. We talked about Graydon Jones getting over, tying up sticks. We saw Levi Harper do it a lot. There's a lot of attention to detail right now on the Spirit penalty kill.
Yeah, I mean, possession is key, especially when you're playing a talented group like Windsor. It's almost, if they get possession, you're fighting off a scoring chance because they're not turning the puck over. They're very patient, and they got a lot of weapons. So if, you want to beat them to it, win faceoffs and get the puck out quickly, because once they set up in the zone, a shot's coming and some chaos is going to follow.
And that was a second period similar to the first. Again, the shot advantage for Windsor, 18-8. It was pretty stacked against Saginaw in the first period as well. Not sure if it's going to be reasonable to expect anything different in the third period, but for the Spirit, they've gotten a couple of really high-danger chances. Few and far between for a lot of them, but when they do get them, they're close. I mean, it's a one-goal hockey game right now for the Spirit. They just got to stay the course.
Right. It's a tendy battle right now. New Love has made some big saves, and Saginaw is, jumping on chances and creating some offense as well. So, for Windsor, they can't lose sight defensively. I mean, keep playing the way they're playing. I don't think coaches would say anything different to them in the locker room. In Saginaw, they just got to find a way to put one in and, maybe draw a penalty, get on the power play themselves.
And as the Spirit are hemmed in their own defensive end a lot of times in this game, there's no easy fix for it. But how do you get out of that? Because we've seen 4 or 5 times in this game where the Spirit have been in their own end for 90 seconds at a time. There's no good answer to it, but what's kind of the simplest way to get out of a jam like that?
Oh, gosh. I mean, it's really, Windsor's so well transitionally. They're north-south team, and you really just got to, protect your blue line. The less they're in your zone, the less dangerous it is. So really just tighten up gaps and kind of shrink the game and make it difficult for Windsor to get the zone, because once they do, they're kind of having their way, and which they would with any team. I mean, you just got to protect your end and try to get some positive things going the other way.
It's a 1-0 game right now, heading into the third period. Shots 29-11 for Windsor. The game in this point, Spirit right there. We'll see what they come up with here in period 3. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll take a break. That's coming up next on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Disability Network Mid-Michigan promotes and encourages independence for all people with disabilities. Our vision is to create accessible and inclusive communities where everyone has opportunities to live the life they choose. Whether you're looking for a job, skills to become self-sufficient, trying to find the right assistive technology, or know someone who wants to move out of a nursing facility, we are here for you. Contact Disability Network Mid-Michigan today, the disability experts in your community.
Looking for an easier way to travel? Fly from MBS International Airport, conveniently located in the heart of the Great Lakes Bay region. No long lines, simple to get around, and for the best deals, always book directly at mbsairport.org, with Delta and United providing access to wherever you want to fly. MBS is putting the world right outside your door. MBS International Airport. Save time and money and fly from nearby. Visit mbsairport.org.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Contact State Farm agent Kathy Taffel to create your personal price plan today.
It takes each of us to make Saginaw a place we're proud to call home. Since 1984, Saginaw Community Foundation has helped build and strengthen Saginaw County by bringing together people and resources to make a difference. We're a one-stop shop for giving, building endowments, grant-making, and community leadership. Visit SaginawFoundation.org today to learn more about how you can help support your community. Saginaw Community Foundation, building a flourishing community for all, for good, forever.
Hi, this is Jacob Gutze, and you're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW.
Mr. Report brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. The London Knights and the Erie Otters have already settled business this afternoon. A 4-1 victory for London at the Canada Life Place. Nobody found the back of the net on the power play. They didn't need to. Will Nickel, a goal and an assist. 2 assists for Henry Brustevich and an assist for Caleb Mitchell. Brady Waslin scored his 13th goal of the season for the Knights. Tyler Cooper had the lone tally for Erie. Flint 3, Kingston 1. They're getting set to start the third period. Saginaw's 2 most recent opponents, both of them took wins over the Spirit. Kevin He, Darian Anderson, and Brady Smith pick up the goals for the Flint Firebirds. Tomas Pobejal, whom we saw score quite the Michigan goal here in Michigan a couple of nights ago. He's got the lone Kingston tally. 4-3, Kitchener in the Owen Sound attack going into period number 3. A 28-11 shot advantage, very similar to what we see here for the Kitchener Rangers. The difference is pucks are hitting the back of the net. Jack Pridham, Tanner Lamb, and Sam O'Reilly, formerly of the London Knights, Sam O'Reilly. Tanner Lamb's got a second as well. They've got the Kitchener Rangers in the driver's seat, at least for now. Guelph up 2-0 on the Peterborough Petes. They're into the second intermission. Kieran Walton and Leon Kolarek have the 2 goals for the Petes. Walton is 25th of the season. Sudbury sent Alex Ferron, Nathan Villeneuve, and Kieran Walton in different directions at the trade deadline. Walton already reaping benefits there for the Peterborough Petes. 3-0. Sioux Greyhounds over the Niagara Ice Dogs on home ice. Tobias Valensky, Colin Fitzgerald, and Marco Mignosa, the goal scorers for the Sioux. And a 3-1 lead for the Barrie Colts over the Brampton Steelheads. Cole Baudouin, Jaden Newton, and Brad Gardner, the goal scorers. Kieran Witkowski, the only marker for the Trout. Take a look at your Western Conference standings. That's most relevant here to this game. Windsor in third, but only because the Kitchener Rangers lead the Midwest Division. They are 2 points behind the Flint Firebirds, knocking on the doorstep of that top spot in the West Division, and therefore the Western Conference. It's going to be a dogfight all the way to the finish between those 2 hockey teams in the division. Don't count the Sioux Greyhounds out either. Kitchener Rangers right now in the driver's seat in the Midwest, as Saginaw will have a tangle with them next weekend. Kitchener on Friday night. The Erie Otters sitting just outside the playoff picture. They will go toe-to-toe next Saturday night. We'll take a look at the East. We've got time. Why not? Your Eastern Conference standings here as they currently sit on this Saturday night. Brantford's in the top spot. They've overtaken things back from the Ottawa 67s. And again, what a season that the Ottawa 67s have had. Again, the Spirit just sent Nick Sima there in a trade. And Ottawa, who was counted out by many as a non-playoff team to start the season, they found themselves in the top spot in the league for a little bit. Brantford has retaken that title. And Brantford off tonight. They get the Windsor Spitfires tomorrow. They are sitting, watching this game intently, trying to see what they can find out of this Windsor Spitfire Hockey Club. Rest is a weapon, and the Brantford Bulldogs will have plenty of it when they see the Windsor Spitfires tomorrow. 1-0 game going into this third period. 29 shots to 11 for the Spitfires. Stepan Shurigan has been the busiest guy on the ice. He's been the key piece here for the Saginaw Spirit. Don't count out the value of Michael Newlove either, holding the door shut. 11 saves in the game so far. Goaltenders duel going into the third. Who can break this thing open? Lots of firepower on either side of this game. We'll find out. Third period coming up after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
You're looking for a better price on a better car, so dare to be different. Get to Garber Hyundai on Bay Road in Saginaw, the only Hyundai dealer in the Great Lakes Bay region. See why Hyundai is so much better. Garber's certified factory-trained technicians, knowledgeable parts staff, and dedicated sales team will keep you coming back to Garber Hyundai. You really do get it all at Garber. Dare to be different. Choose better at Garber Hyundai on Bay Road in Saginaw. Online, garberhyundai.com.
When you're ready for checking that earns interest and gives you perks, Merc Perks Plus from Mercantile Bank is here. With a competitive interest rate and perks like travel services, cashback rewards, and identity protection, Merc Perks Plus has everything you need for your busy lifestyle. Merc Perks Plus also offers discounts on consumer loans and access to almost 40,000 fee-free MoneyPass ATMs. So when you're ready for perks, Merc is here. Learn more at mercbank.com/mercperksplus. Member FDIC.
Looking for the perfect place for your loved one to thrive? At Traditions of Saginaw, we offer comfort, care, and community. It's a senior living hat trick. Whether it's enjoying delicious, chef-prepared meals, personalized support, or fun events, Traditions of Saginaw feels like home. Schedule your tour today and see why families trust us for peace of mind and vibrant living. Learn more at traditionsofsaginaw.com or call to schedule a tour today. Traditions of Saginaw. Welcome home.
Henry the Hockey Dog loves food and he loves people, which is why Rescue Ministries is partnering with Henry to provide 5,000 meals to our homeless neighbors. It costs $3 to provide a warm meal at the mission, and Henry is asking for your help. Right, Henry? Text Henry 2025 to 50155 to make a donation. My Michigan Health also cares and is willing to match your donation right now. Help Henry provide a meal and consider donating today.
Hi, this is Joe, and this week on Generating Gratitude, think about this. Are you more caught up on the way the message is delivered and you're not listening to the message? You might want to change that. Plus, we talked to Nellie, who has an amazing story of recovery, this week on Generating Gratitude.
Generating Gratitude, Saturday mornings at 7 and Sunday evenings at 5 on WSGW and online at WSGW.com. This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
Lead off the stick of Caden Harvey is the difference maker right now. Stepan Shurigan has already made 28 saves here against Windsor in this game. His goaltending counterpart, Michael Newlove, back at the other end, stopped 11 for the Spirit. Dylan Clark alongside Brad Waltz as we get set to go here in this third. Waltzy, the Spirit have gotten a number of chances, more so in that second period, and they've come out of the corner from down low. We saw that bang-bang chance as Barabanov stripped the puck and fed it to Ryan Hanrahan in front. The young guys are getting opportunities. This time of the year, the trade deadline is come and gone. This is the team that Saginaw's got. They're building for the future. You're trying to build up your young core and get them ready for big-time games when the playoffs come in a year or two from now. Well, right now, it's a one-goal game going into the third period against a division rival. It's an opportunity for the young guys to learn a lot and learn on the job.
Yeah, the Pups are logging a lot of minutes and actually coming up with some of the better scoring chances. So, yeah, this is big. It's their feet are wet now, and it's going to be a good third period.
No carryover penalties or power plays. And the puck all the way down. As Newlove there with the goal stick to drop it off for Cristofaro. Spent some time earlier this year up on the wing with some of Windsor's players at World Juniors. Drop back to D as the Spitfires pick up some pretty big top six forwards, and Alex Ferron and Nathan Villeneuve. Nice little kick there from Barabanov to get that puck up for Harmer. Zilkin gets cleaned out. This is Jakob Fibiger on it back in the Windsor end. His debut in the red, white, and blue with the Spitfires. Dima Zilkin pumps this back in for the Spirit. Fibiger gets after. That's the bump from Barabanov. Both teams get their first changes in here in the third. From behind the Windsor net, Cristofaro into the skates and then the stick. For the captain, Greentree. Carves in through, he scores! Liam Greentree, low through the body of Stepan Shurigan. 57 seconds into the third period, and the Spitfires get their second goal. It's 2-0.
What a quick start in the third period for Liam Greentree. I mean, you watch World Juniors and you see him talk about the play, the little practice plays he makes, and he collects that right off his skate and puts it in the back of the net.
Deadly release. Low on the stick side, it looks like a Stepan Shurigan. A lot of velocity on it. 17th goal of the season. Points in back-to-back games as he had an assist against the Erie Otters in his first game back in the lineup. And the captain leads by example here in the third period for the Windsor Spitfires. Big-time collision at the Windsor blue line. Sends things the other way. Greentree tapped there by the stick of Kluche. This puck out at center ice again. Carson Woodall, his deep partner Wyatt Kennedy. In front of the penalty boxes, bounces up on Kluche. Brody Popoy shut down at the blue line. Woodall up for Villeneuve. Fires that one off the back of Garden's leg. Little friendly fire there. James Goll left the puck behind looking for a breakout pass. Ramped back in on the backhand by Levi Harper. Still 5 points from tying Zane Parek's rookie defenseman scoring record here in Saginaw. Been stuck at 32 points for a little bit. Take down Kennedy. Play continues. Harper pulls it back. Gets back up after stumbling. Linka Gretzky gold medal this summer. National championship at U16s with the Shattuck St. Mary's program the other year. So some hardware for Harper already as this is Davis back in, feeding Harvey in front. And the redirection goes wide. Davis took a hand up high, or maybe a stick from Jensen Geldard as his head snaps back. This is Brody Nagin back up through center ice. Second game back in the lineup after a stint in the GOHL. Up for Barabanov. Drew Roscoe, point shot. Pad saved by Michael Newlove. McLaughlin around for Brown. Drilled by Nagin. Barabanov comes over to try and cut off Andrew Robinson. McLaughlin watched by the long stick of Drew Roscoe. McLaughlin back into the offensive zone. Trying to drive wide on Roscoe. Knocked away by the stick. Taken into the boards. Puck comes out for Beck-Sultan. McKeish can't get a shot away. Robinson at the point. Backhands it in right onto the tape of Carson Harmer. Ducks out of the way of a check. Moves the puck onto the stick of Barabanov. A little bit handcuffed here. Dropped off for Zhilkin. McKeish pursues him. Zhilkin off the wall. Rips it down low for Barabanov. In behind the Windsor goal. Carson Harmer has to lay a bit of a pick back there. Barabanov in front off the skate as Zhilkin can't get a shot away. Garden drilled there by Carson Harmer. Barnes holds the puck at the line. Gives it back to him. Harmer takes the shot. Blocked to the corner by Robinson. McLaughlin back underneath. This is Brown. Up to the air as he tries to get away from a hit. Blake Barnes tangles there with McKeish and Ryan Hanrahan. Back on the ice now for the Spirit. Twists into the offensive end. Here's the speed for Hanrahan right to the net. Bouncing play. Picks it up in the corner. Brody Popoy just inside the line. Snaps a shot. That one blocked by Nesbitt. Robinson behind the Windsor net. Hit by Popoy. Moves the puck up ice now for Nesbitt. Ryan Hanrahan gets low on him. He'll fire the puck back into the Spirit end where it's Levi Harper's. Off the wall. Angled in by Popoy. Fibiger there. Belchez looking towards the middle for Nesbitt. This will be picked up off the wall by Alex Ferron. Cross ice pass picked up by Nesbitt. Thrown right in front. All alone was Belchez. Couldn't get a clean stick on it. Out of the corner boards. Ferron spins it back down for Nesbitt. Looking in front, up high. Cristoforo takes a long shot. That'll stick in the skate and the goal pad of Shurigan. 15:21 to go in the third. We saw the exact same thing happen on Thursday night against the Kingston Frontenacs. There's a long point shot like that, and there's the slack from the bottom of the pads where the toe ties in to the skate, and the puck just sticks there. And there's that brief pause where everybody goes, wait a minute, where is it? Right under the skate blade of Stepan Shurigan. 15:21 here in this third period. 35th appearance in the Ontario Hockey League for Shurigan. He'll be on his way to the Connor McDavid OHL Top Prospects game in Peterborough with some of his teammates later this week. Josh Flavin taken off this puck by Villeneuve. Wanted to throw it in front. Settles for possession back below the Spirit goal line. Gloves the puck down. Back up at the left point. Fibiger, near side, Greentree, space in the circle. That one fought off by Shurigan. Bodie Stewart drilled there. An open ice hit by Villeneuve. Puck rolls away. Ethan Garden ducks down into the corner. Hits the reverse on Glavin. Two Spirit players are after Garden. Now the late man in front of the broken play. Shut down by Shurigan. This is Greentree. Cross ice pass rolled off his stick. Josh Glavin just gets it off the glass and out to center. Back over for Jakob Fibiger. Spirit sneak a line change. This is tossed back in by the Spitfire defenseman. Spellisi's on Dima Zhilkin. Glavin, one hands it up the wall. Barabanov against Davis. Pulled off the boards by Caden Harvey. Earlier goal in this first period, in the first period of this game. Spellisi to Kennedy, a point shot blocked by Sawyer Schmidt. Picked up by Glavin, end of a long shift again for him. Up to Sawyer Schmidt, had a decent chance at the end of the second. As the Spitfires regroup, they begin to march back into the Spirit zone. Barnes around for Jones. Caden Harvey there for Windsor. Dima Zhilkin gets the shoulder ready, and Davis puts Barabanov into the boards from behind. And a penalty upcoming. Davis to sit down. Saginaw to the power play. 13:37 to go. They trail by 2. Opportunity here in the third period to get on the board. Back after this with the Spirit Man advantage here in your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
In hockey, every play counts, and retirement's no different. At McIntosh & Associates, we're your financial line mates, helping you skate through the tough stuff. Taxes, healthcare, income planning, and more. You bring the goals. We'll help set up the assist. Schedule your visit at wealthmichigan.com or call 989-692-2200. Retirement made clear. With a team that plays to win.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
Back inside the Dow Event Center. 13:37 left in the third period. And a penalty to Cole Davis. We believe a boarding call sends Saginaw to their second IBEW Local 557 power play here in this game. Walter, they've been outchanced. They got some good looks on their first power play. If you find the back of the net on the man advantage here with a lot of time left, you're skating a little bit taller.
It's a timely peeper for Saginaw. Obviously, Windsor came out hard. They want to put this one away. Good chance for Saginaw here.
Barabanov to Harper. It's a cross-checking penalty to Cole Davis. Luce can't be kept alive here by Levi Harper. And Nesbitt follows him back into the Spirit. And that pass looking for the stick of Barabanov. Did not touch it. So it goes down for an icing. 21 seconds gone on this man advantage. Saginaw, 8th best power play in the OHL right now. 21.6% coming into the game. Nobody better on the PK than the Windsor Spitfires, though. They've allowed just 18 power play goals to this point in the season. Just a click shy of 87% coming into this game. Cristoforo, long shot into traffic, deflected there. And a shorthanded save made by Stepan Shurigan. Harper drops it back to Igor Barabanov. The option for Zhilkin, the return pass, that'll slow down the Spirit rush, but they get into the zone. Harmer to Harper, over right wing. Kluche throws it back through. Barabanov takes his shot, fought off by Newlove. He thinks he's got the puck. It's in the corner, and the Spitfires hammer it down the ice. Harper picks it up after the pass from his goaltender. Swung back to Igor Barabanov. Greentree trying to poke it free. He does. Villeneuve wanted to take a piece out of Zhilkin. Greentree cuts off the pass in the neutral zone. He's got a short-handed chance. Here's the captain, Liam Greentree against Shurigan. Sends it wide on the backhand. Barabanov for Harbour. Back in. Barabanov looking for the pass back. Finds the late man, Kluche. Near side. Harmer waits. Can't get the pass back in front. And the stick back there from Jonathan Brown. Kept alive by Zhilkin. 29 on the power play. Gets it back for Barabanov, and his stick broke. Harper pokes it to keep it alive. Zhilkin heads back for a new stick. Meanwhile, the puck in the circle. Harper gets after it. Hanrahan is on for Zhilkin. 15 on the power play. Hanrahan stumbles. Harper keeps that puck alive. Throws a bouncer into the corner that Kluche can't handle. Now it's up the near side and moved off the stick by Greentree again. Hanrahan trying to pick the pocket of Villeneuve. That's it for this second Spirit power play. Davis is out of the box. Grade A chance if that stick of Zhilkin holds. Hanrahan for Papoy. Push it back in. Nesbitt. Back underneath. This is Carson Woodall. Up the near side. Cut off by James Go. Cole Davis gets it back. As we approach the midway point here in the third period. Nesbitt angles it back in behind Saginaw's defenseman Graydon Jones. Finds James Go. And he's up the near side. Nesbitt, heavy check for Go. Robinson in behind the Windsor net. Go forces the issue against Carson Woodall. Bodie Stewart after him too. Nesbitt now tries to get out of the zone. Stretch pass too far ahead of Belchez. Papoy's got to race back. Belchez uses the frame. 6'5", holds off Papoy. Tries to walk out of the corner. Jensen Geldart. Can he tap it back out past Woodall to center? Snapped up the far side. McLaughlin can't break through Brody Papoy. Odie Stewart closes off a check in front of the Spirit bench, and Stepan Shurigan lays it down for James Go. Cross ice pass knocked down by Geldart. Spirit can't get into the zone with possession. And a stoppage as that was offside. And Brody Najim. A little something for John McLaughlin. As we've got another pile up along the near sidewall. Klepov trying to pull back Sultan McKeish off of Najim. We talked with Chris Lazary about it during Coach's Corner prior to the Thursday night game. Najim back after a stint in the GOHL, and when guys come back, they're looking to do whatever they can to make sure that they stay up here in the OHL. Najim playing with a little salt there. A little pop for McLaughlin. 10:21 here in period 3. Do we have offsetting penalties? Well, we skated 5-on-5, and is everything even right now? I think that's what we got.
Letting it go. Good to see after a little mix-up. Nothing too offsides about that.
I mean, it was offside. Najim on it again. Tosses this puck back in. McKeish can't jam it out past Drew Roscoe. Najim in the neutral zone. Klepov, that one turned back over. This is Fibiger. Back into the corner for Games. Held by Cristoforo. Snap back in. Sultan McKeish underneath Games. Back and forth. That one gloved down by McLaughlin, and a stoppage here as more after. This is Nathan Games and Glavin. Roscoe tied up in front too. 9:49 to go here in the third. Do we have a hand pass there? We might have penalties out of it. Face off to the right of Stepan Shurigan. Yeah, they are going to take Josh Glavin. They're going to send Nathan Games back down the tunnel. Whoa. He's picked up a 10. 4-on-4. That's what the referee, Brendan Kane, will hold up from the scorer's table. Not sure what Games picked up the extra 10 for. Greentree and Glavin barking at each other through the glass.
Well, the Stripes trying to settle this one down. They let them get away with a couple extracurriculars, and no more playing around.
So the Spirit will pick up a power play out of all this. Third IBEW Local 557 power play in this game. They're 0 for 2. Well, just put the Glavin penalty on the board as well, so 4-on-4. They just held up the fingers as well. And a little ahead of ourselves in this third period. Lots of ice for Woodall as he steps into this draw. Robinson gives it right back to Carson Woodall. All four Spitfires were up above the faceoff. Dots there for the second, and the deflection. Garden couldn't get it to go against Shurigan. Spellisy throws this puck away, ran into a couple of Spirit players. Everybody goes down. The puck pulled out by Go, but a penalty's coming. What do we have? A holding call against the Spirit.
Uh-oh. Little 4-on-3 hockey here.
Lots of room on this holding call as James Go will sit down. And it's out of a collision that had a couple of parts to it. We'll see where Go gets the hand in. It's more so the extra presence of Igor Barabanov. But James Go on a holding penalty. He will sit. We'll sit at 4-on-3 and send the Spitfires to their third power play of the game. No more stick for Graydon Jones in the corner. He's trying to hold off Villeneuve for as long as he can. It's back in behind the net of Shurigan for Jack Nesbitt. Carson Woodall waits for Villeneuve and moves it over to Greentree near side. Villeneuve, one-timer, save made by the Spirit netminder. You can kind of tell Vilna very casually high in the offensive end. Just opens up. He knows that puck's coming to him for the one-timer. Greentree tries to sell the shot and delivers a perfect pass over to Vilna, but that's a one in the list of many strong saves for Stepan Shurigan. Villeneuve again. Woodall back to Villeneuve. Fakes the one-timer this time. Gives it back to Woodall. Greentree again. Takes a high shot, goes into the glass. Greentree has the insurance goal right now at 2-0. Villeneuve trying to direct some more traffic. Into the circle he goes. The pass goes off of Carson Harmer's skate. Greentree keeps it alive, though. Woodall down low. Nesbitt, that one turned out. Out of the corner again. Nesbitt for Greentree. Down into the right circle. Greentree over. This is Woodall. Back to Greentree. One-timer. Great save by Shurigan. He got the glove on it. Greentree for Villeneuve. Backs away. Finds Greentree. Fakes the pass. Takes the shot. Saved by Shurigan. The rebound back behind the net. Villeneuve again. 40 on the power play. This one rises up and out of play.
Oh boy.
May have caught the upper part of Stepan Shurigan's stick. Very close there with 8:03 to go in the third.
I think it did. You know, it's even more exaggerated when it's 4-on-3. Possession is so important. When there's a 50-50 puck or a face-off, if you're Saginaw, you got to get those. And if not, you're going to get scoring chances like that coming your way.
Shurigan just gets a piece of it. Not to mention that spectacular cross-ice save just seconds before. 14
Unreal.
seconds left on this penalty kill, and as Belchez gets waved out. Sultan Nikish almost said Cristofaro should come and take this. Now, we know Cristofaro was playing the wing earlier this year. Not so sure about center, as this comes right to Stepan Shurigan. He's going to smack it down the ice. Well, that caught him a little bit by surprise. Caught us by surprise as well.
That's a good clear.
But he's cleared it down the ice. Cristofaro back down in front. That one goes off some skates and back out to center ice again. As it is now 15 seconds left on the James Go penalty. Belchez dropped back over. Nikish for Jones. Jakob Fibiger keeps it alive. 9 seconds of this Spirit PK. Nikish. They've killed it off. Jones out of the box. He goes right to the bench. Cristofaro throws it in front. That one goes to the corner. Klepov is there. Up for Bodie Stewart. Time to go to work for the Spirit. And Stewart got drilled on the hit from Sultan McKeesh. Stewart pops back up. Spitfires clear this one high into the air. It'll bounce before being settled down by James Go. Klepov hit by McKeesh as well. Jilkin backhands this in. New Love drops it down. Cristofaro. Harvey. Then into the corner as Barabanov comes over on a hit. James Go on this puck. Levi Harper for Igor Barabanov. And the Ryan Hanrahan. And some good looks in this game. Gets the pass back from Nikita Klepov. Puck spills out for Klepov in the circle. Looking for Barabanov. Broken play. Backdoor. Go. Couldn't put it home. Delayed penalty. As Shurigan heads to the bench. Spellacy touches it up. And the Spirit will go to the power play for a slashing penalty. Oh, how close they came.
It was such a great pass. I think Klepov made it surprise everyone in the building, including James Go on the back door. Or actually, it was Barabanov there. Head was up, faking like he was going to take the shot and slid it over.
Slashing penalty to Alex Ferran will be Saginaw's third IBEW Local 557 power play in this game. So they can't convert there, but they get another man advantage chance.
This is huge. 6:22 left. You got to make a play here and bring it to within one.
Shot 7-2 Windsor here in the third period. Back to Jilkin off the draw. Walks to the middle. Jilkin takes the shot. Pats it. Rebound. He scores! Nikita Klepov there for the rebound, and the Spirit are on the board.
Well, that is urgency. I mean, they were listening to us. It had to happen. They needed one there, and the captain puts a shot on net from the point. Big, juicy rebound and clap off. Goal scorer's goal is not denied.
Team leading 8th power play goal of the season. 6:17. Klepov fired up. Some really good chances for the Spirit earlier in this game. And they are on the board now in a new game. The Spirit captain picks up the assist. 23rd of the season for Nikita Klepov. Now Popoy back in with Kluche. Robinson up the far wall. Woodall up the near side, laid back in by Garden. Shurigan back behind his net to play it. Two Spitfires converging. They nearly pick his pocket. Harper sends it back over. Goes, got to spin it up the boards. Popoy can't get out of danger. Harmer just gets it out to center ice. Kluche has it. Surrounded by white jerseys, though. It'll be poked away by Carson Woodall. Levi Harper has this now in the offensive zone. Poked away from him and out to center. Go for Igor Barabanov. Tosses it back in. Levi Harper. 5.5 to go here in regulation. Villeneuve taken down. Zhilkin's back in. Snaps a shot that goes off a leg. A heavy release there from Dima Zhilkin. Garden taken down, and that was picked up by Barabanov. Moves the puck for Klepov. Here's a chance. Stick lift there by Greentree, who goes down. Whistles away here in the third. And this is Spellici on the near boards. Back out to center ice. Barabanov. It'll be this line. Zhilkin, Barabanov, and Klepov, and then Harmer, Kluche, and Popoy, probably until things are all said and done here. Klepov down the right side. We're inside 5 to go. Back at the point. Fumbled by Barnes, but recovered. Turning puck. Jones near side. Pad saved by Newlove. Rebound chance. He stopped it too to shut down Barabanov and cover for a faceoff.
Need more of that. Jones getting the puck to the net from the point. Good rebound chance there.
4:45 left in regulation. A 1-goal game here in the third period. Back in a moment to the Dow Event Center in your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Garber Ford is proud to serve Bay City with the same customer service the Great Lakes Bay region has come to expect since 1907. Our Ford team of experts you know and trust are dedicated to making your experience even better. And your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards. We have everything you need, even tires. Get it all at Garber Ford. Come see us in Bay City at the intersection of Euclid, Wilder, and Better. Online at GarberFordBayCity.com.
Soar with us. Saginaw Spirit Hockey is on 100.5 FM WSGW.
A 1-goal game here in Saginaw. And an offensive zone face-off here for the Saginaw Spirit. And this is how we got to a 1-goal game. Carson Harmer and Dima Zhilkin, the assist on Nikita Klepov's 23rd goal of the season. The shutout bid is spoiled for Michael Newlove. 16 saves on 17 shots now, and this puck ramps up and into the Spirit end out of the Windsor zone. Back in behind the Saginaw net, Belchez tries to give the Spitfires some breathing room back. A point shot turned out by Shurigan. Back behind the net, James Go. As Nesbitt ties up with Barabanov behind the play. Got to be careful not to take a call here on either side. As James goes back into the offensive zone. Go to the corner. There is no penalty on the play as this is moved up the boards for Nikita Klepov. There for Dima Zhilkin. Sweeps a shot, that one wide. Past the skate of Newlove. Harper drops it off. He knew he had Barabanov there. Creeping towards the middle. Barabanov takes a shot. That goes wide. James Go. Off the wall. Klepov. Poked away. Klepov trying to keep himself between Christopher and the puck, and he does well. Also found Harper. Knocked down. Zhilkin tries to get through. Nesbitt does, but not with the puck. Klepov in deep trying to force a turnover. Puck flip back out to center. Zhilkin on this. Has Belchez on him. Now Levi Harper on the pass from Graydon Jones. Turn back in and Villeneuve to take over here for the Spitfires. Cristoforo. Long shoot in into the glove of Shurigan. Jones, fanned on that pass up the near boards. Hanrahan just able to get this puck back out at center. Wyatt Kennedy. Back over. Woodall. Fumbled there. With Bodie Stewart right in front of him. Put that one, I believe, off the helmet of Ryan Hanrahan. Villeneuve has this at center. Not in any hurry to make a decision. Just tosses it back in. Shurigan knocks it down. Blake Barnes sweeps up the wall. Quick favorable bounce there off that corner board as Bodie Stewart picks it up. Ethan Garden recovers from center for the Windsor Spitfires and fires it back in. Barnes again. Stolen by Greentree. Barnes can't get it back. Greentree in front alone. It's Harvey. Shot stayed made by Shurigan. And the rebound back behind the net again. AJ Spellacy tangles there with Jones. This is Barabanov. 2.5 to go in regulation. Here comes the goaltender pull. Barabanov for Dima Zhilkin. Extra attacker is on. Carson Woodall back behind the Windsor net. Tied up with Barabanov. Jacob Kluche shot out of a cannon. Zhilkin tries to seal off the wall. Caden Harvey can't get the puck out. Knocked after by Levi Harper. Just inside the offensive zone. Puck comes back out to center. Harvey tied up with Harper. Zhilkin there. Kluche kicks it free. Back to Carson Harmer. A little fumble there. He's got to get after it. Just pokes it away from Davis. Trouble off the linesman. And back out at center. Harmer regroups. Snapped over. Levi Harper. Then for Barabanov. As Harvey comes in to disrupt. Pass up the middle. Jacob Kluche. They hit the line. Onside. Klepov down the right wing. He's got Saginaw's lone goal in this game. Put it in front. That out the other side. And Zhilkin pulls it to the middle. Here comes Zhilkin. Takes a shot. He scores! The captain ties the game!
My goodness. Well, a lot going on there. Saginaw got possession in the newly crowned captain of the Saginaw Spirit. Straight in, not off anything. What a shot.
Well, and it's the same shot that led to the Klepov goal. And a lot of work had to be done by the Spirit out in the neutral zone to make sure that puck didn't go anywhere else.
Everyone moving one way, puck going the other.
And Dima Zhilkin hits the 20-goal plateau for the first time in his OHL career. Could not have come at a better time. 1:37 left here in regulation. Up the near side. Batted back in. 90 seconds left in regulation. Up the right side. This is followed in by Brody Papoy. Klepov and Kluche have the assists on the Zhilkin equalizer. Spitfires will be guilty of icing here. 1:15 left in regulation. We see the Zhilkin unit hop the boards again. And a very different hockey game. A 20-shot advantage for the Windsor Spitfires. Stepan Shurigan holding Saginaw in it. Nikita Klepov and Dima Zhilkin with a couple of third-period goals 5 minutes apart. And we're tied late here in the third. Turnover forced. Klepov. Zhilkin takes the shot. Villeneuve blocked it. Villeneuve off the glass and out to center. Barabanov settles it down. Sent over. Gotten back from Levi Harper. Barabanov shifts his way in. Here he comes, galloping into the circle. Takes a shot. New love to save. Barabanov's on the rebound. From the corner. Up high to James Go. Near side for Levi Harper. Back over to Barabanov. Takes a shot. That's off a boot. Back out to center ice. This is James Go. Back up for Barabanov. Poked out by Cristoforo. 35 in regulation. Barabanov shifts his way through. Out to the right wing board. This is back in behind the net of Newlove. Cristoforo back around. Go tries to seal off the wall. Zhilkin can't move it to the middle. Spitfires will send this one down the ice. Greentree, good tip there at center to make sure it doesn't turn into an icing. Harper to pick things up. 15 seconds. Spitfires trying to get a change. James Go ran out of real estate. This is back in behind the Windsor net with 7 seconds. Papoy battles for it. AJ Spellacy will pin the puck to the wall. Woodall will see the time run out. And so overtime here between these two hockey clubs. Again, Dima Zhilkin and Nikita Klepov play heroes with Stepan Shurigan. We take a break. 3-on-3 overtime action for the extra point. We'll be back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
As a business, a roof over your head is just as important as the products you create. At Versatile Flat Roofing, our membrane roofs have provided safety and security to businesses in the Great Lakes Bay region for over 10 years. Our quality of production in low-sloped flat roofing systems made Versatile Flat Roofing the 2024 Michigan Elite Contractor of the Year. With more than 1,500 roofs installed and 75% of clients coming from repeats and referrals, customer satisfaction is at the heart of the job. For more information on keeping the roof over your head safe and secure, visit VersatileflatRoofing.com today. That's VersatileflatRoofing.com.
Recognize that sound? That's your heart racing when law enforcement catches you for drunk driving. Truth is, it's happening more and more these days. Cops are cracking down all across America. If you drive drunk, it's more likely than ever you will get caught and you will be arrested. So don't take any chances. If you're drunk, do not get behind the wheel. And maybe you could avoid feeling like this. Drunk driving, over the limit, under arrest. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
Hi, this is Caleb Papino, and you're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 WSGW.
Makina, Klepov, and Dimas Jilkin, the late goals for the Spirit. Liam Greentree and Caden Harvey had the two for the Windsor Spitfires before that. Second time these two teams will need overtime this year. 6-5 shootout win by the Spirit in Windsor on October the 26th. Spitfires not so far removed from an overtime win on January the 2nd. Ethan Garden got the game winner against the Niagara Ice Dogs. Barabanov, Klepov, Jilkin against Spelisi, Davis, and Woodall. The goaltenders, Newlove and Shurigan. And Carson Woodall will start out possession here in OT for the Windsor Spitfires. Davis trying to streak up the near side, cut off by Jilkin. Bowles right on through him, 2-on-0, headed right to the net. Oh, the save! Shurigan with the glove! Davis came in, the fastest we've seen anybody skate in this game. Says, I'm putting this in myself, and Stepan Shurigan, absolute highway robbery to keep this game going like he's done so many times tonight.
He is him. Unreal. The guy's a stud, 6'3".
We've seen some fine goaltending performances from the Spirit netminder tonight. He saves the game here. Woodall off the draw, takes a shot, that's blocked. Jilkin pursues out to center. This is Carson Woodall. Back in behind the net of Newlove. Seas look like they open up for Woodall for a second. Drops it off to Jack Nesbitt. Stares down Barabanov and moves the puck back to Carson Woodall. He carries Jilkin with him across the zone. Can't get a clean shot off. Jilkin and Woodall together in the corner. Nesbitt comes out. Pulls the puck free there for the Windsor Spitfires. Back out to center. That means some fresh bodies here for Windsor. Cristoforo. Nesbitt got in ahead of the play. There are 4 white sweaters on the ice as well. But offside will send this puck back out to the neutral zone. 3:59 to go here in overtime. And Walshy, it was a lot of speed to start the OT there for Cole Davis.
So much speed. And, Jilkin just kind of took a little bit wrong of an angle, and Shurigan's there to bail him out.
Cristoforo with Villeneuve and Greentree. Brody Popoy, Carson Harmer, and Levi Harper here for the Spirit as Villeneuve comes right up the middle. Trying to roll right through Carson Harmer. He stops up in the circle. Doubles back, high in the zone. Dropped it off. Cristoforo pokes it around. Popoy, Cristoforo to the net. Trying to go one-handed. Shurigan makes the save again. And now the Spirit trying to move the puck around to get out of danger. Everybody's expecting Shurigan to cover. He says, guys, I don't want it. Levi Harper on the reverse hit there for Greentree. Brody Popoy up through neutral ice himself. Brody Popoy gets to the middle. Can he get a shot? Only sent one. Rebound Harper. He scores! An instant classic in Saginaw. Carson Harper wins it in overtime.
Wow. What a Saturday night in Saginaw. I got the chills.
From what could have been disaster a couple of times back in the Spirit end in overtime. They get bailed out by their goaltender. They undo some confusion. Brody Popoy gets some speed of his own. The shot goes wide. And Carson Harmer on the lively rebound off the end wall. Look at the shift to the middle from Brody Popoy. And a wide open cage for Carson Harmer. For one reason or another, the Spirit have had the Windsor Spitfires number on home ice this year. They remain unbeaten against Windsor here at the Dow Event Center in 2025-2026. And that's a lot of happy hockey players here at the end of overtime. Back down the tunnel. They pick up the extra point. And they salvage the weekend. 3-2 in overtime thanks to Carson Harmer. We'll come back with your 3 stars of the game and your applied innovation look ahead. And some highlights of a very exciting game. Back to Saginaw in a moment.
Sassy! Sassy!
This week's episode, Bobcat in the Cave.
Gosh, Johnny, playing in the cave sure is neat. Oh boy, a kitty cat. Sassy, the kitty cat's yelling. What, Sassy? It's not a kitty, it's a bobcat? Speaking of cats, you like to stress the importance of adopting cats from animal shelters? Over 5 million cats go into animal shelters every year? And with millions of healthy cats to choose from, it's a shame more people don't adopt from shelters? This bobcat's heavy. Help, Sassy! Why bother? We'll just get into more trouble tomorrow? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, nuts.
Sassy is brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org. Remember, adopt.
Now, a WSGW morning team show memorable moment.
I often make fun of what's available for TV. Apparently, there's a new program that is in development. It's being developed for the streaming service Max. Doesn't have an air date yet, but it features Fixer Upper stars Chip and Joanna Gaines, which is going to be called Human versus Hamster. It will feature people engaging in feats of strength and agility against hamsters to determine the superior species. Exhibit A of why I make fun. Are you kidding me?
Maybe it'll be entertaining. I mean, their home improvement show is pretty good.
Okay, I'll take that. But you go from that to human versus hamster? Again, no date yet to air. And when I find a date, I will warn you so you can avoid it.
The Morning Team, 5:30 to 9 on WSGW. Your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey is WSGW.
Here for the Saginaw Spirit on this Saturday night. And a busy third period it was. Liam Greentree got things started just seconds in and seemed to quiet things down pretty quickly. 57 seconds into the third period, Greentree goes through everybody and through the Spirit netminder for his 17th goal of the season. And Saginaw would get a chance on the power play. Dimas Jilkin's initial chance fought off by Michael Newlove. Nikita Klepov there with his team-leading 8th power play goal of the season to get Saginaw on the board in the final 6 minutes of play. They would pull the goaltender. Jilkin goes to work again, and just like you saw in the last highlight clip, a shot to the net. This time, though, there's no rebound. Beats the goaltender clean. Dimas Jilkin hits the 20-goal mark for the first time in his OHL career and ties the game. Cole Davis looked to end things early in overtime, and Stepan Shurigan uses the length, uses the glove to make the stop. And another one here on a brilliant move from Cristoforo, tried to go one hand around Shurigan. And the Spirit keep the play alive. This is on the same play. Brody Popoy the other way. Little stick pick there underneath Villeneuve. Goes through the triangle. Rebound off the end boards. Pumped home by Carson Harmer. His 12th goal of the season is the overtime winner on an exciting Saturday night here in the Dow Event Center. Final stats brought to you by Raymond. The Spitfires double up the Spirit on the shot board 40-20. Saginaw converts on the lone power play goal of this hockey game. And all the goals were saved for the third period and overtime. We'll bring it back up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Dylan Clark, Brad Walsh. Also, we said it during the second intermission. All they needed was one. They got the one. The belief kicked in, and maybe a little bit of luck the rest of the way, but really good hockey from the Spirit in the third period.
Yeah, 3 unanswered goals. I mean, what more can you ask for these fans at the Dow? I mean, what a hockey game. It had everything, and to get out doubled outshot 40-20. So, happy bunch of players, happy bunch of fans.
And beside the obvious, Stepan Shurigan making a couple of big-time saves in overtime to keep the game going. We don't get to this extra frame had it not been for him and his work in the first period. It could have been 3 or 4-0 at that point.
Absolutely. I mean, he's just playing out of his mind. He's fun to watch, and the two that went in are definitely two he'd want back. But you know, the other 12 that should have went in for Windsor were saved. So it was just he's playing unreal hockey and probably the Spirit's best player.
Probably a good time to toss to our Applebee's 3 stars of the game, where you will see a Mr. Stepan Shurigan. And who else joins him, Brad?
Well, Dima, new captain, making his mark in Saginaw with a couple clutch plays at the end, a goal and the assist, and Carson Harmer, nice pass from the back wall. Good rebound right in front, sitting on the tape. Ices it for Saginaw.
Gets the assist on the power play goal from Nikita Klepov as well. And we talked up Stepan Shurigan quite a bit. Another 38 save performance for him. Numbers are trending very much in the right direction. Picks up his 14th win of the season here for Saginaw. Your 3 stars of the game brought to you by Applebee's. Your Applied Innovation look ahead for Saginaw. They pick up the extra point and a victory here in their last game of the weekend. So it's on the road here for quite some time. Next weekend, a Friday night affair with the Kitchener Rangers. 7 o'clock puck drop will be on the air here on WSGW 15 minutes prior to the drop. All these games available on Flow Hockey as well. Then Saturday the 17th in Erie. And then it's the Peterborough Petes to start out the Peterborough, Kingston, and Ottawa trip. That's on next Thursday, January the 22nd. A lot of miles being put on the old bus here for the Saginaw Spirit. That's your Applied Innovation look ahead. 3-2, thanks to Carson Harmer. And a lot of work from Stepan Shurigan. A lot of work from a lot of people on the ice. And off the ice, a lot of work from a lot of people. Andy Harrington producing the show in our TV room here. Matthew Lester back at the WSGW studios. Brad Walsh with myself, Dylan Clark, here in the broadcast booth. Thanks for being with us tonight, everybody. 3-2, Spirit winning overtime. Good night, Saginaw. Talk to you next week.
You've been listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on WSGW. Spirit Hockey is brought to you in part by Garber Automotive Group, Saginaw Valley State University, Dow, Frankenmuth Insurance, Saginaw Bay Underwriters, NetSource One, Delta College, Corning, Go Great Lakes Bay, Herman Hisson Company, Frankenmuth Convention and Visitors Bureau, DML Property Management, My Michigan Health, Independent Bank, Buffalo Wild Wings, Stormmaster Exteriors, IBEW Local 557, Michigan Sugar Company, Jets Pizza, Raymond, the Great Lakes Loons, Applebee's, Stanley Steamer, your local State Farm agents, and Meyer. All season long, the Spirit play on WSGW 100.5 FM and online WSGW.com. We now return to regular programming on WSGW.